is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Thursday edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside all the co-hosts today. We're back for another preview and prediction where we preview and predict. So we're going to get it into it. You know, we have all this weekend's fights, so hopefully you're joining us in the TBV Fantasy Pick'em League and you made your fights. If not, you have until midnight tonight, and those polls are closed. No excuses. But, gentlemen, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
What up, Champy? Yo, why all the fights getting canceled for this weekend?
But isn't it just Marriaga? That's it.
No, is the
Miguel Marriaga.
canceled?
No, that's still going on.
Okay. No,
yeah,
no,
it was the other guy. It was on Andrew Cancio, right?
Yeah,
Cancio and then now
Nathan Gorman versus Lartey.
Nathan Gorman, Lartey is all. Damn, I was looking forward to that.
It's getting pushed back. It's getting pushed back. From what I understand, Lartey doesn't have like his medical paper in order, so I think it's going to be pushed to October or something like that. So one of the Frank Warren's card later on, like. So yeah, that's a shame, but like I think it's an admin error, like you would call that.
Man, that sucks, man. That was a fight I was definitely looking forward to. Both of those fights. The Nano Rodriguez and Cancillo, that would have been a statement, step up. And for Gorman, this would have told us how good he was, you know what I mean? Because both of these guys were Dubois victims.
Yeah, but I mean, Lartey wasn't really coming. I mean, like, I think it was brought in as an opponent, and it's still being brought in as an opponent, right? So, it would have told us something about Gorman, but I think it was a win in Gorman column there.
Absolutely, but the question is, how was he going to look? You know, Lartey gave some kind of problems to Dubois before he got him out of there, so it was about how Gorman was going to look. But whatever. I mean, because I think I've only seen Gorman versus Tom Little and now Dubois.
You've seen him against Dubois, right?
Yeah,
Dubois.
Yeah, but the before that was Little. We got to see him versus Little, and I think then with Dubois.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're right. Maybe it would have looked at, it would have been good to see how he does it against Lartey, but I thought he was going to get, like, a stoppage, maybe not as early as, like, Dubois did. But Lartey comes in swinging, and like I said, he is now working with Frank Warren in terms of like, building fights like that and being like a high level kind of journeyman. Like,
That's exactly what that is. I mean, he fought Kevin Johnson too, Razvan Kajanu, Nathan Gorman, so he had success in those fights. It's just that Daniel Dubois memory just resonates more.
Yeah, man.
Listen, all that means is that one less fight that y'all are going to lose to me.
I think like most people were picking for Gorman anyway.
Bro,
so
I would have
that
thought
fight
the same
doesn't matter
thing,
so
but
much.
I would have thought the same thing, but did you see the numbers?
No,
they were pretty close. There was like 70-30, which I know that doesn't sound...
Okay.
Yeah, 70-30 is not nearly as far as it should have been. Like I saw the polls and I was like, whoa, people are really picking against him. Like, all right, cool.
I'm guessing it's people who do not necessarily know like how Lartey was gonna be used to kind of like give us a measuring stick, with some of those fighters. Maybe like so. I'll put it down to that. But I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think it was a sure win for Gorman.
Were you excited about it, or you
No, not at all. On that card, there's only really one fight. I
wanted to see that fight.
Excited about is like the Heffron versus Bentley. Like, I think that's a real 50-50. The rest of the fights on the card there were A-side little showcase. So. But the fight I'm telling you I'm excited about and people don't talk about that's like the first fight of the weekend, so to speak, in terms of our Pick'em League, and it's Chudinov versus Umar Sadiq. So again, like, you guys will all know Chudinov, but like for me, I'm really excited about it because Umar Sadiq is one of like a Londoner up and coming fighter. And I didn't see that fight coming at all. He just took like that opportunity at the very last minute, traveling to Russia against like, a guy who's been on the world level where he only has like, I want to say he's got like 12 to 15 fights maybe, and he's only fought like domestic level competition. It was due to, I mean, like, you have to applaud people taking like those kind of opportunities. I'm sure like, monetary value was also decent, but it's a no-lose situation for him. If he goes there and puts a good account of himself, like, his stock rises anyway. And, I'm hoping that he does well. I'm sending a lot of positive energy, and, I want him to do the business and, to show you that I support all the way. I'm gonna put my stock in him and just gonna pick him in that Pick'em League. It's a risky pick.
Who?
But Sadiq. It's a very risky pick. Like,
Umar Sadiq, champ. That's Middy's champ.
Chudinov is the favorite 100%, and Sadiq definitely has to stop him, and he doesn't have like a record of like stopping guys at this level anyway. Let alone even fighting them. Like, so. Yeah, man. So, like, let's see what happens.
What kind of style are we expecting from this guy, Mitty? I mean, last time, Luther Clay came out, he impressed.
I mean, like, Sadiq is like, Sadiq is long. He's a boxer. like, he just gets on his toes.
So he's more like Chang.
Boxes. He is, but without the same pedigree, right? So he is like a guy that doesn't really have like an extensive amateur background, who came in late into the sport, or relatively late, like, but that's the story that you like to hear, man. Like, the Rocky story, like, and he's also young too, and you'll be very impressed. Like, the guy is very articulate, he's like very well spoken, well educated as well. Like, I think if I'm not mistaken, he speaks like three different languages at least, right? So, and it's like a trained accountant. Like, yeah, I like his story, man. He's a guy that just took himself out of the, you want to say the ghetto, right? And
he's originally from Nigeria. That's where he was born, right?
I don't know if he was born there, but maybe he was, but definitely. Raised in London, right? So he's a London guy, right? So from his teenage years, at the very least, maybe he was born in Nigeria. I don't know that as a fact, right? But it's probably I mean, he's a London guy.
So real quick, let me just interject. For those just tuning in, we are scheduled to get Erickson, Lubin, and Terrell Gausha on the show today. Both of these guys are going to be sharing the ring September 19th on Showtime. And there's said to be some bad blood, so that'll be at 7:30. We should have them both at the same time if everything goes right.
Oh, I thought it was like one after the other, but like a little overlap. Are we doing them at the same time, Champy?
Unofficial press conference, champ.
Oh, so that's a press conference. Okay.
We got to be tight with the questions then, because you know how we can get. we'll be taking it everywhere. I'll start asking if they believe in ghosts.
I want to see where it goes, right? Like, we're going to have them both there. Maybe we got to give them a little bit of time to, I don't know, see what kind of magic they make. If not, we go to the questions, and we can do one for one, you know? You and Doomy each get a Patreon post apiece, and we go back and forth, and then, you know, we jump in when the time is right, I guess.
Well, then our questions got to stay short then, because we're not going to get... Patreon's got a lot. Combined, I think it's 28 or 29 combined. So...
Man, we could go straight into it. Like I said, we could
it's up to you. It's up to you. I mean, maybe we could just warm them up a little bit, ask them some basics. You know, we've been doing this long enough. We know what we're doing.
Whatever works, man. We'll have.
Well, let's jump into it. Let's jump into the first category. Ski. That was a terrible attempt at talking like Doomy.
Are you going into Are you going into your De La Hoya, or are you going into number one?
I figure we would go into the fight first and save the talking points for after the interviews, because the interviews are coming up in 30 minutes.
No problem. So I guess the Mean Machine is the main topic. Las Vegas, ESPN Plus. Egidijus Kavaliauskas versus Mikael Zewski, 10-round welterweight fight. I'm picking Kavaliauskas. I think, he proved that he was pretty durable and tough in that Crawford fight. He's laid some eggs before in fights that he was supposed to win, but I just don't think that Zewski's gonna have enough to keep Kavaliauskas.
I mean, are you super familiar with Mikael Zewski? Because I just got wind of this guy, and I don't really, I've never really seen him in no real limelight. Mitty, you know this guy?
No, I don't really know him. I haven't seen him fight except from the little bit of research that I've done. I've just watched highlights actually on YouTube.
What you think? Because this guy's 23 KOs and he's only lost once. Is he even fighting cab drivers?
I think it's. I don't know about cab drivers, man, but I think it's level of oppositions, right? So there's really no one that stands out on his resume. So. I don't know, man. I'm going for Main Machine just because we've seen him. We've seen him, do well or relatively well against Crawford. I don't know if he's done that well, but at least he just he's stuck in there, right? So
no way this goes a draw, right?
I doubt it. I doubt it. But, who knows, man? Again, that's the guy who's got the opportunity to step up. He can shock us, but, I can't see it happening. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, Kavaliauskas to me presents a style that's just really, he's not super technical. He's aggressive, but he does have, a decent amateur background, and, he has a really good IQ. That's the thing about him that I appreciate. I think that, while some people might get lost in the narrative that this is further proof of what kind of win that was for Terrence, this is just to me a really good matchup. From what I know about Zewski, I think it's going to be a good fight. He is, I'm not going to say he's going to win. He's a second tier type of guy, or not second tier. He's a third tier type of guy. But, it's not a bad main event. It's not a huge card, obviously, but I think they're taking their time with the Mean Machine, and this is, a good little bounce back.
Yo, is this a main event? Wow.
Yep.
Yo, when you said it, I was like, oh.
No, it's the main event, yeah, and listen, let's call a spade a spade. It's not a great one, especially compared to what we got coming up for the rest of September.
Shout out to Aegis. At least they bringing him back as a main event, bro. Listen, I know Zewski. I don't think he's on this level. He was signed to Top Rank before Kavaliauskas, and he stepped up versus Konstantin Panamarov, and right there is when he lost the UD, but he was dropped from Top Rank from that moment on, and it was just like, I guess, Bruce Trampler and whoever else is in charge got to see all that they needed to see, but they're bringing him back as an opponent. Yeah, what's up?
Whatever happened to Panamarev? Like that's interesting that you mentioned the name. Like once upon a time, he was touted as like a decent prospect, and I haven't seen him really do anything great since. Like I think he picked up a loss, and then
he got some back-to-back losses. I think it all came from him deciding not to take that Earl fight. Like a lot of bad luck came from there. He went back to I guess his country and
Russia.
And lost in Russia twice. Split decision and unanimous decision. Two separate dudes that we never heard of. One 6-0, Sergey, I don't even know, Vorobiev, and he's already got a loss to another dude in Russia named Karen.
Yeah, I just remember they were just hyping up. They were just pushing Panamarev like a few years ago, right? So, that shows you how quickly things can go, man. Like, interesting.
It'll change in a heartbeat. It's like I said, Zewski once upon a time was the top-ranked darling, but he never panned out, and I'm going to stick with that. This is his opportunity to prove us wrong. Until then, I think Kavaliauskas did. He's riding off of the knockdown in Crawford fight, and people, are giving him that. They're giving him that durability tag, that tough guy tag. So we'll see, does that stick over. I'm going to go ahead and I think that this is one of the toughest fights to pick. With Miguel Marriaga, with Miguel Marriaga and Joet Gonzalez.
I agree.
I feel like
this is Joet's return since the loss to Shakur. He had another fight in between. I forget.
I feel like Joet hasn't had the level of experience that Marriaga has. Marriaga has been in there with quite a few opponents that they give him the experience edge over Joet, So this is a very interesting fight. He's faced Vasyl Lomachenko. He's faced Oscar Valdez. I thought he might have faced Nicholas Walters, and actually he did. He also faced Christopher Martin. But I want to act like maybe he's old, even though he don't even got 200 rounds boxed. He's only 33. I'm trying to convince myself that Joet is fresher, younger, and somehow, he's going to get it. But I don't know. I think maybe Marriaga can give him some trouble.
I agree 100% with you. I think that Marriaga has been in there with the better opposition in terms of faced more guys. Like obviously Shakur's, top of the top. But that said, that's really the only guys, that Joet's been in there with. I think that the experience factor could take over in this one. I'm actually looking for Miguel Marriaga to win this one. I think that he is I think it's a good fight. I think this is like even though it's not the main event, it's the fight that most fight fans I think are looking forward to the most on this card.
I think stylistically, bro, this fight's just gonna, in my opinion, favor Joet. I know that he's coming off that loss with Shakur Stevenson, so I just want to see where he's at psychologically. Some guys, when they're coming back from a hard loss like that, they might be doubting themselves and stuff. If everything is on and his mind is on straight and he's in there in shape, I like the way Joet fights, especially Mexican style. It didn't work out with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson was a little smarter. And but Miguel Marriaga, he likes to shoot in the inside, man. He likes to trade off. He has some good body shots. So I just see Joet being the one to win those exchanges.
That's interesting. I've been listening, trying to see what you guys going through, but it's definitely a hard fight. I don't know if that's the kind of fight that I would be rushing towards coming off a loss, right? But I'm going to go in favor of Marriaga, purely for the reason that you mentioned, like Doomy, like, you know, if Joet wants to go into a slugfest, I think like Marriaga has a bit more, you know, meat behind his punches, and it can end up hurting him. And when you start doubting yourself, especially on the back of a loss, you know, that can start like playing in your mind, and then, you know, that's when you're gonna make those mistakes because you're just trying to push a bit too hard and, you know, do things like, you know, that are a bit forced, right? So the punching factor from Marriaga in a war makes me go towards him, you know.
Yeah, all right,
definitely.
we got Terrell on right now.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
Got the
Champ
fresh haircut. You know
up?
what I'm saying? Lined up, fresh.
I'm actually roughing it out. I ain't even got a fresh cut yet.
Damn.
Well, the beard's on point. So.
I'm just a little too scruffy there, champ.
So, how are you, Terrell?
I'm good. Yourself?
We're good, man. Happy to have you. We're just waiting for Lubin to jump on, but we could definitely get started. Can you give us, I guess, in your opinion, how this all started? And I don't mean the fight, the bad blood, though.
He just talk a little too much for me, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's a fight. It's a good fight. But all that internet back and forth shit, I don't really deal with that.
Now, you posted something on your social media, and shout out to you. You used our clip, so we definitely appreciate you using that. But you posted like 2 interviews, one with Lubin and one with Trout. What did those represent to you?
Just, you know what I'm saying? Like when somebody called, it's the somebody with the name makes sense.
Lubin, what's going on, champ?
It's a feed coming from.
Yeah, they got the show going in the background.
I can't tell. Is that
Erickson? Do you hear us?
Erickson?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you ask? Are you connected to your headphones, or is that someone else listening to the show in the background?
That was someone that was listening to the show.
Oh, can you just have them lower it or put some headphones? But how are you, brother? First and foremost, man, thank you for coming on the program.
I'm good. How you doing?
We're good, man. We're happy to have the both of you here. He was just giving us...
Oh, do you know Terrell? No, it's fine.
Yeah, Terrell was just giving us his, I guess, version of why there's bad blood. Why is there bad blood in your opinion between the two of you?
Back and forth internet talk, you know. There's a whole bunch of back and forth internet talk. We made the fight. He ain't come through like he was supposed to. And I'm glad we got the fight made. Now.
So are we. Listen, I want to jump right into the question. A couple of weeks ago, we saw the graphic, and they referred to y'all as the I think it was like the Super 6 or something like that. All the best PBC 154 pounders, which are essentially the best 154 pounders in the world. You got the Charlo Rosario fight coming up, right? That's a huge fight. This is a huge fight. What does it mean for these two fights to be happening so close to each other, and for y'all to be fighting the best? The fact that y'all are fighting each other and then they're fighting. I mean, it's like the best fighting the best. That's got to excite you. Terrell, we'll start with you.
I mean, like it is. It's all of us in the top. You know what I'm saying? Them fighting each other, us fighting each other. Best fighting the best, like you said. We're gonna see up, and the winner of us, gonna fight the winner of that fight. So,
Erickson,
right there.
I'm sorry. It just keeps. Man, I hear the feedback. Y'all hear that?
Yeah, there's a lot of background noise in the back.
I can't. Yeah, I can't really tell what's us and what's not. But we'll keep going here. Erickson, same question for you. Does it make it more exciting that you have this fight in the horizon and the best are fighting the best, and it seems like winning will lead to the biggest fights of your career?
Definitely. This is the stage is set, man. You know, this is the WBC mandatory. You know, the winner gets not just one title, but we get, you know, a chance to fight for all 3 titles. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to showing them that I'm the best at 154 pounds, and I'm going to start with Terrell.
Lubin, why Terrell? I went back, did some research. I think after a post-fight interview, you might have picked him amongst maybe 2 other names. What was it about Terrell that I guess put your sights on him?
It's an easy fight to make. You know, all these other dudes, you know, they got a line of fighters. They choose now. They ain't choose me. They ain't choose Terrell. So it's an easy fight to make, and I'm excited, man. I'm glad he was able to come through this time. I'm glad he was able to come through Terrell. But you know what's going down September 19th. Next week is on and popping.
Nah, you know what's going down, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, but look, you keep come through. You know, man. Like I had surgery on my hand, bro. You know,
I don't know that, man. I don't know that. You had the fight signed and you pulled out. That's all I know from you. You pulled out the fight.
You know what's going on.
You pulled out the fight. That's what I know.
Man,
you pulled out the fight.
I'm
glad you signed the contract. It's on and popping next week. I'm ready. I'm more than ready for that. Keep that same energy.
Listen, fellas, if I had a DeLorean, I swear I would not go to no historic event. I would fast forward to y'all's fight. I cannot wait. Terrell, what kind of fight should we, the fans, expect?
Man, we bumping. We bumping. That's all I'm saying. We bumping. He knows what's going on.
Duke could barely talk. That's why he get mad when I get to talking. He could barely talk. And I'm gonna tell you what type of fight it's gonna be. It's gonna be a dominant performance by me once again, and that's what I'm gonna show the fans. The stage is set. Showtime got me back, you know, for a reason. I'm the main event for a reason. I keep saying it. I'm the main event for a reason, even after a loss. You know, I bounce back in tremendous fashion. I'm gonna continue my bounce back, and it's gonna be with Gausha, and it's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be exciting. I don't want nobody to miss this fight, man. It's gonna be it's exciting for real.
Fight like dude, he do all the talking. I just let him talk. I'm sitting back. Keep it up, my boy.
Terrell.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I would just want to ask: do you feel, or do you take, I guess, anything out of your opponents putting you in that underdog position? Because obviously, in his mind, he's looking at it like it's an easy fight to make. I'm gonna beat him, and then I'm moving on. And Austin Trout had that mentality as well. It seems like people pick you thinking they could get right through you.
I mean, I don't know about all that, but you know, what he thinking, what he gonna see is 2 different things. You know, on Austin Trout, I punished him. They ain't giving me the decision, but I ain't tripping on that. We worried about Lubin right now. We show him what time it is, looking from on the outside to get in there.
Erickson, how is Terrell any different from Ishe Smith other than the age?
Oh, he's a different fighter. He's not Ishe Smith. He's Terrell Gausha. He's not Ishe Smith. You know, 2 different styles, 2 different training camps, 2 different game plans. So it's a different fight.
Can you pull off the same performance?
I could do whatever I want in there. I could do whatever I want. I could box, I could bang. It don't matter. I'm gonna be able to capitalize on everything he got coming my way.
Erickson, what kind of sparring had you been doing leading into this? You know, just rounds. You know, anybody you can give us in terms of names or someone we might know.
Great sparring, great training camp. Everything's been going great. I ain't gonna put out no names, no nothing. I've been having great sparring. It's been a great training camp. I'm ready to fight.
Terrell, same question for you. You know, you mentioned the injury. We know that COVID had been going on. How great has the sparring been? How great was the camp for you?
Everything been smooth, man. We've been getting the good work, getting all the rounds. A little different, but we got great.
You breaking up just a little bit, Terrell. Do you have any headphones in?
I ain't got him with me right now. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, you sound much better.
Lot better there, lot better. So tell me, what does Manny Robles and your training camp bring for this fight particularly? Because I feel like being on the West Coast, is it going to be hard to find someone to kind of emulate Erickson Lubin?
Man, it's we had all the top sparring, southpaws. I don't really get off too deep into it. Been around, I ain't no rookie in this. We've been around for a while, so we make adjustments.
So Lubin seems to think that you avoided the fight. You're saying you had an injury. Can you give us some detail as to why that first fight didn't happen back in 2019 of October?
Hey, check this out. I've been at the fighting the top competition my whole life. Never dug the fight ever. I got injured. Sometimes that happens in boxing. You can't go in a fight with one. I had to get because there ain't no excuses in boxing. You feel me? So I had to do what I had to do, pull out the fight. Now we back. As soon as I got a chance to fight him again, you see we back at it, and the fight will be made.
Lubin, why don't you believe?
Make sure you stay inside. Make sure you inside. You in quarantine. Don't catch that COVID. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Man, why don't you believe him, Erickson?
Man, it don't matter. He probably did had an injury, but the fight was signed. It was supposed to happen last year, but there's no better time than now. So the fight's being made, like he said. So it's all good. I'll see him next week.
Does this affect either one of you in any way because of the camp extension, or do you feel like it was more than enough time to, not kind of leave it in the gym, so to speak?
There's no excuses, man. This is what I'm a professional. I'm in the gym all the time. I'm a professional. We're supposed to be in the gym anyways. There ain't no overtraining for us. We know, we systematically do this. So we ready to fight.
Listen, I have a question for both of y'all. With how boxing fans can be, and with COVID that had been going on, a lot of fight fans feel like the fights that we really want at the top of the weight classes we're not getting. In this situation, y'all are absolutely delivering that. Does it feel good, or do you feel some type of way? Like, does it make you feel kind of happy to know that, while everyone seems to be part of the problem, y'all are part of the solution, and y'all are delivering in the biggest of ways? Erickson, we'll start with you.
Yeah, man, it's exciting. We get to bring boxing back. It's not one of those fights where it's like a lopsided fight where the top is fighting just a mediocre opponent. He's well ranked in this division, so am I. I'm at the top of this division of the WBC. And we're able to make a fight where, the winner gets to fight one of the champions, So it's exciting.
I will say this.
Hey, Terrell, I think you turned your camera off by accident.
Hold on 1 second, bro. I don't know. I don't want to mess nothing up, but
no problem.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hey, we hear you.
Yeah, I will say this though. I take my hat off to the guy for making a big fights. You know what I'm saying? We know he ain't scared to fight. He should know I ain't scared to fight. We professionals, man. We get paid to do this. Like, we fight. We used to fight for free. Like, come on, bro. We get a chance to fight on Showtime, fight for belts, shit that we been training for our whole life. Ain't nobody scared at this top level, bro. Like, stop it. But it's going down September 19th. We're gonna give the fans a great show, and I'm looking forward to.
I'm not saying you scared, man. I'm not saying you scared. I'm just saying the fight was supposed to be made last year, and I'm happy it's being made now. How about that? I give you that much, man. Okay. I'm happy it's being made now.
Got you. That's what's up.
Well, we got a few questions from the people. Mario, you pull up Terrell's. I got Erickson's up. We got Lidlow in Decatur, Georgia says,
This is for Erickson.
Yes. What it do, young warrior? What's the biggest lesson you learned from the knockout against Charlo?
Just I needed to change the scenery. I needed to change a few things. I kind of got in there a little early at a young age. I ended up moving out of my hometown. Had to, eliminate some people. Had to delete the fake. Got with Kevin Cunningham. And, it's been a history ever since. We've been taking my game to a whole nother level. And you can see it with my past fights with him.
Terrell, this is from Steve in Chicago. He says, thanks for coming on the show, champ. Have you done anything different in this training camp due to COVID?
I think we all had to do a little different, you know what I mean? It's been different for everybody, but for the most part, we try to keep it pretty simple, keep it the same, you know what I mean? Won't make too much different adjustments.
Champ, see if you can work that camera out for us, Champ. The audience want to definitely see you. We got the next one for Erickson and
Brew in the 504.
Yeah.
He says, how has your journey been from your first loss to being one win away from a title shot?
I'm back. I'm back. They blink and I'm right back to where I was in just 3 years ago. I was younger. Right now I'm more seasoned. I'm older, I'm stronger, I'm faster, I'm wiser. So the journey's been great. Working with Kevin has been great. And I'm ready to show and prove.
Terrell, this is from Stephen Williams in the UK. He says, hi, champ. Thanks for coming on the show. If you get past Erickson Lubin, would you run it back with Austin Trout to clear up any quote-unquote controversy? Peace out.
Hold on. What? Run that question by me again. What did he say?
He said, if you get past Erickson Lubin, would you run it back with Austin Trout to clear up any quote-unquote controversy?
Man, when we get done with this fight, we going to bigger and better fights. We ain't going backwards. So to answer the question, I ain't interested in that fight.
Listen, the winner of this has to fight the winner of Rosario and Charlo. This is like a mini tournament. This is what fans live for. And either one of you would deserve, fighting each other and getting that win. Y'all got to be in that big fight.
Sure.
Absolutely. Stephen Williams is asking Erickson Lubin, what up, champ? Thanks for coming on the show. What are your big picture plans for the YouTube channel you've launched? Are you going to keep it strictly vlog-like content, or do you have plans to introduce more broadcast-style content? Good luck in your next fight, champ. Peace out. Steve from the UK.
Appreciate it. I'm just launching just different stuff, like, me training, just my life, just vlogging pretty much. I got a great cameraman. He's with me all the time. And, we just working. We just capturing all this good content.
Terrell, this one's coming from George Foster. He says, who do you think is the better Charlo?
I ain't sure on that one, to be honest, bro. I can't even answer, but they both champions. They both good fighters.
All right, Eric, the next one's coming in from Steve in Chicago. He says, thanks for coming on the show, champ. Have you done anything in your training camp differently during these times due to COVID?
Not too much. Not too much. It's always a hard training camp being with Kevin. We got a private gym, so it's not like anybody could just walk in and out my gym and, without a test and stuff like that. So it's a private gym. We still put in work the same way we always put in work. We've been working for weeks. My weight's good. I'm ready to fight.
Let's go, champ.
This is Jeff from Nova Scotia. He says, is Lubin easy work for you?
I wouldn't call nobody easy work. That ain't my style. But when we get in a fight, it's up to you to make the fight easy. You know what I mean? In training, you work to make the fight easy. But at Lubin, the top fighter, I would never say he an easy fight.
All right, Eric, next one's coming in from across the pond. George Foster from the UK says, without naming yourself, who is the most underrated at 154? In your opinion.
The most underrated. I'm not sure. I there's a few names I could put out there. I think Lara's pretty. I think they underrate him a little bit. I think there's a few guys out there that's underrated, but I'm also including myself in that.
Fair enough, champ.
Very fair. I'd agree for both of y'all. Rafael Ramirez says, "Hey Terrell, thanks for coming on. Any advice for young boxing managers starting my own firm and looking for the best way to break into the industry and earn respect of the talent and peers? Best of luck in the future."
He said for young boxing managers.
Yes, sir.
I say just study the game. Look at some of the successful managers in the game right now, and just go from there.
Fix your camera, man. We want to see you.
Shit, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I've been texting with him in the back. He can't work it out.
I don't know what
man.
I hit something.
You got to look for that camera button, champ. It's whatever look like a little icon of a camera.
Fix your camera, man. We want to see you, man.
It's like a square box.
Yo, Lubin trying to say you ducking him virtually, man. You don't want him to look in his eyes.
Come on, man. Come on. I want a camera, man. Get on the camera.
Pressure on him. Pressure.
Yeah.
What's
next
the next
is
one?
Next is coming in from Lewis. This is for Erickson Lubin. He says, how many boxers you know that don't get a chance to fight the top dog and that you know they can do either extremely good or win? And why don't you think they get that type of opportunity?
Maybe the promotion team, the management, how things are set up for them. That's probably why they don't get the chance to, fight the top dogs.
Right.
Fortunately for y'all, that's all right in front of y'all, and we love it. This one's coming for Terrell from Stonebone Boxing. He says, we've seen Lubin KO'd by Charlo. What can you or have you taken from that fight, and do you believe you can get the KO? Peace, champ.
I always go in the fight looking for the, if I can get it, I can get it. But, at the end of the day, I just go out there and do what I do. We don't rush it, but any man's boxing, anybody can get caught. You know what I'm saying? And you better be on point. That's all I'm saying, But I'm trying to get this camera fixed, man. I'm trying to get in the chat for real.
Let's go. What's next, Doomy?
Next was coming in from King Amin of Essex. That's here in Newark, New Jersey. He says, "Sac passe, champ."
Sac out fed.
Hi. I've always been a fan of yours because of the way you carry yourself in and out of the ring. No matter win or lose, there's you, Stavern, and Berto. Who's the best or most decorated Haitian fighter of all time?
I'm gonna have to say Berto. I grew up with Berto. I've been in the gym. I seen his journey. Berto. Tough Haitian.
All right.
Next one coming for Terrell, but actually I think both of y'all should answer this. It's from Big Casual. It's a good question. He says, "What's up, champ? Your division is one of the hottest in boxing right now. Do you think if you all are able to fight each other, can this era of 154-pound division be considered one of the best ever?"
I think we is one of the best divisions. We all fighting each other. Nobody ain't ducking nobody. So I think we should be up there at the top. In the top.
Erickson, you think this is the best 154-pound division ever?
Hold on, man. Where's this dude at, man? I thought this was a virtual face-off.
Yeah.
You scared to show your face, man?
Oh, man. Yo,
you keep using that word, bro.
Hang up and call back in. Maybe that'll work for you.
Hey, you keep using that word, bro. You gonna see.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna see what.
But look, hang up.
I'm gonna see.
He can't see you. How he gonna see you?
What I'm gonna see?
Hey, my man, you act like you one of his people or something, bro. You gotta relax.
Nah, I just want you on the show so we can see you. It's supposed to be
I'm trying to get it fixed. Hang up and call back or something.
No, I don't want to. If I hang up on you, you might not be able to
get
it.
I'm
How about you just hang up and try to get back on with it by calling straight back in? All right, let's see. Look, he think I'm taking sides, y'all. All right, let's see.
There we go.
There we go.
We in there now?
We in there now. We see you.
Like swim.
There you go.
Yo, every time y'all pop up on the screen, it's like, bro, I want this fight even more. Every time.
Whose question is it now?
Erickson, this is the Earthquake coming at you from, where's Earthquake from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, all right, from Brooklyn, New York. Stand up. Hey, Erickson. Thanks for coming on TBV. Been following your career for a while now. Glad to see you not letting your O define you. Would you say you feel the difference fighting without a crowd, or does it not matter once you're in the ring?
I mean, I'm in the gym without a crowd every day. I'm sparring without a crowd. You know, it won't make a difference. I'm in there to take care of business, and that's what I'm going to do. So if that's what I got to do, then that's what I'm going to
do.
All right.
Eric's, no, wait, this one's for Terrell. Terrell, King Born here. Peace to you, champ. My question is, who is the best offensive and defensive fighter you've ever seen from 147 to 160? He said go all generation, but we ain't got time for that. Yeah, 147 to 160.
Did I seen like all time?
I think so, yeah. He said all time. Any generation.
I'd say Floyd Mayweather, of course. Defensive and offensive. Got to think about Pretty Boy and go. You know what I mean? Pretty Boy and Money Man. But Canelo. I like Earl Spence.
All right, let's go, champ. Next one's for Eric. This one's coming from Victor Banuelos, and he says, "What is?" Excuse me.
Erickson, not Eric.
Erickson. All right. What is Jermall Charlo's biggest clear-cut win at 160 pounds?
Is what?
What is Jermall Charlo's biggest clear-cut win at 160 pounds?
Did he put Jermell? Because Jermell is a 54. Or did he put Jamal?
Yeah, he put Jermall. Jermell.
I don't get the question.
Yeah, me neither. Did he put Jermell or Jamal, champ?
I said Jermall.
Okay.
With an A.
So what's Jermall Charlo's biggest win? Big Charlo. Whatever win you think is his biggest win.
J-Rock.
J-Rock.
I think J-Rock's his best win.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Especially the way he did it.
Yeah.
Terrell, this one's coming for you from Anthony Von Lewis. He wants to know your favorite punch.
My favorite punch?
The one that lands?
I have a favorite punch, bro. I don't have one.
All right. Go ahead, Dewey.
All right, the next one's coming in from Coach Myers in Connecticut, New Jersey. Excuse me, look at me, Connecticut, New Jersey. I'm off today, guys. Coach Myers from Connecticut. What's up, champ? When some fighters take their first loss, sometimes they go straight to a rematch or take a few fights and amp and go back into the rematch. At any point in your career, do you want that Charlo rematch?
For sure. Especially after I take care of business on the 19th. And if he could take care of business against Rosario on the 26th, then that's what's next.
All
right, Terrell, this one's for you. It's a two-parter because you kind of already answered it, but they're asking if you would want the Lara rematch. Now, you said that you weren't going backwards, but to you,
they said Austin Trout.
Austin Trout, that's right. I'm sorry. Okay, so then this is from San Antonio, James Valdez. Once you come out victorious in your next fight, will you be seeking the rematch with Lara, or have you moved on from the last one, from the lone loss?
I mean, after the fight, I want the belts. I want to fight, the winner of Rosario and Charlo. But of course, I want to avenge that loss with Lara, so we can mix it up too.
That's a pay-per-view, right? The winner of y'all two fighting the winner of those two. That's a pay-per-view, right?
It's a big fight. That's for all, well, not all of them, but a few of the belts, except for one.
All right,
Erickson,
next.
You think that's a pay-per-view?
For sure.
I think it's got to be.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next was coming in from Jeff Gorley. He's from Nova Scotia. This is for Erickson. Jeff from Nova Scotia here. Who do you have winning between Devin Haney versus Gary Russell Jr.?
That's a good fight. I'm not sure on that one. That's a toss-up. I like them both. We'll see what happens. It's a good fight to make. I just want Gary to sign that contract. Has he signed the contract yet?
They're taking a look at it right now.
All right, well, that's cool, too.
Yo, let me ask you
no
about
shade.
that.
Ain't no shade, but I really want that fight to happen, too, though. Ain't no shade.
Let me ask you about that. You think that he's within his right to ask for the rematch to be on his terms, or does he have to win the fight twice in order for things to be on his terms? Kind of like the Andy Ruiz AJ situation.
Yeah. I think he wins the fight. Give him a rematch. Isn't Devin Haney the champion?
Yes.
Yeah, so he won the fight. Give him a rematch.
Well, what Gary is saying.
The rematch clause.
But what Gary is saying, if I win, the fight happens on my terms. Like now, Al gets to promote the fight.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
So listen, man, we got to talk about y'all fight. They asking y'all questions about everything else out there. What weaknesses do you see in Terrell?
I'll show you on fight night. I had a tremendous training camp. I'm ready to go to Connecticut. I'm ready to get in that bubble, and I'm ready to fight. Right now.
I wanna just say, right, there's a gap in age, right? About 9 years, almost 10 years apart. I mean, Erickson, I'm pretty sure you see yourself as the young, hungry lion, with all the energy. And Terrell, I'm not saying that you're the old lion or anything like that, because God knows that you got the experience. Not only that even Chris Bird is looking like a 20-year-old right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it just varies from individual to individual. But how do you take it when Erickson, sees himself as that young, hungry lion that's just gonna go in there and take what he feels is his?
That's how he supposed to feel. Well, first of all, he ain't taking anything from me, but that's how he supposed to feel. We are fighters. You're supposed to be confident in this game. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to go in there thinking nobody better than you. You don't supposed to go in there thinking none of that. So I think he doing what he supposed to do. He feeling like he supposed to feel. And me, I feel the same way. Like, I feel like, I've been at the top of the fighting the top people my whole life. I'm an Olympian. I got a lot of experience. He ain't fighting no rookie, so he know what's going on.
So when you look at the
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I know. That's why we got Dave.
I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. I know. I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Terrell,
so let me ask Terrell the same question though. Terrell, do you see any weaknesses in Erickson?
I mean, all fighters got their weaknesses, but you don't want to. He on the thing. You don't want to say it. So
before the fight, I hear you.
Yeah, we're gonna expose the weaknesses on the 19th.
When you say that you've been at the top, Terrell, and you faced top guys, and you look at the guys that Erickson Lubin has faced, do you make any comparisons? In your mind, say, hey, you know what? I fought the better guys. I got a glove up on them.
Nah, I don't really look at it like that. He fought who they put in front of him. He did what he had to do with them guys. But I just feel like they ain't me. That's all I'm saying.
Erickson, you've been on a fight. You fought 5 times, I believe, since that loss from Jamel Charlo. Psychologically, a lot of people were just, worried about how you would come back from it. I think you've bounced back great. Coming into this fight, is there a rush to go in there and prove a point?
Nah, ain't no rush. I'm doing it. I'm doing it systematically. They say you don't come back the same after you lose. I agree. You don't come back the same. It's either you come back less of a man or you come back more of a savage. And I think I came back more of a savage. I'm ready to show and prove. I'm ready to go in there and just show people that I'm at the top of this division.
Terrell, do you think you can make Erickson play that night back in his head, or will he already be going into the ring thinking about that?
I mean, hey, I'm gonna go out there and do what I do. I don't really be thinking about that night and nothing like that. He gonna remember this night on September 19th. He gonna remember September 19th.
Yo, my hand being raised.
And what about?
I'm gonna remember my hand being raised.
I give it to you. You're a good talker though, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You a bad talker.
You good at that, bro.
And what about you? Does your
I could talk right here, and I could make my hands do the talk. I do both.
I hear you.
I do both.
I hear you.
I know both of you guys are competitors on the highest level, but like to hear someone talk, it don't put little butterflies. I mean, what happens emotionally for you, Terrell, and then obviously you Erickson, when you hear each other talk slick about one another, like how does that make you feel inside? I guess
makes me more anxious. It makes me more anxious. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. The stage is set. They waiting on us, man. They waiting. The date is set. Can't wait to go into the bubble. I'm gonna do the little quarantine they got us doing next week. And it's Saturday, man. Make sure y'all tune in on Showtime. It's Hammer Time on Showtime.
Yeah, I don't. You know,
it's Hammer Time on Showtime.
It's better for me because I'm a laid back dude. I let all these cats do all that talking. I don't like to do all that talking.
September 19th. It's gonna be exciting for the fans to watch. You know, me continue my little comeback. You know, I'm excited, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's same for me. It ain't no pressure. It's just we know what's at stake, but you know, this is what we train for. This is what we've been training our whole life for, to just go out there and do this. So it's more of a privilege for me.
I love that answer.
Terrell, I can you help me understand your demeanor? How do you go from this cool, laid-back monotone to just turn on the beast?
I don't know. It's just what fighters got. We able to flip that switch on and off. I always had it in me like that. It's just something about it. You know, I know how to flip the switch.
Now,
Erickson, is it fair to say that the fights already started for you because of the talking and stuff like that? Because that's part of your, maybe not strategy, but, you know, the way that you try to maybe get in the fighter's head heading into the fight night and stuff like that?
I mean, the fight ain't actually start yet. You feel me? The fight starts when the bell rings, you know, so. Gotcha. You know, right now it's just warfare. It's psychological warfare, it's mental warfare. You know, he gonna try to, you know, he hopping on my Twitter talking all types of bullshit.
What was said exactly?
I don't see none of that. I see right through that. And you know, the fight's made. I'm glad they made the fight. I'm glad they made the fight.
What exactly?
I get to touch on dude.
I don't know what
he hopped on my Twitter. You hopped on my Twitter talking a whole bunch of bullshit.
You throw a rock and hide your hand. You know what's going on, bro. You know what's this about.
Come on, man.
You talk too greasy, bro.
Come on, man.
You gotta stand.
The fight was made. The fight was made.
You gotta stand on all that shit you've been saying, bro.
Oh, of course. I'm still standing on what I'm saying. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick your ass. I promise you that. I promise I'm gonna kick your ass. And you know that. You know that.
Keep hollering, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna kick your ass.
We got a little over a week, man.
I know.
You guys have never met in the amateurs, in anyone's training camp, nothing, right?
Man, he's seen me before. Shook my hand. He wasn't doing all this talking. We was at
I don't remember.
You seen me, bro. You were sitting there. You ain't doing all this. You ain't doing
I don't remember this. I don't remember this.
You know face to face.
I don't remember this.
You started doing that typing shit and on Twitter.
I ain't no big typer.
You don't talk.
I ain't no big typer.
Face to face.
Shit, it ain't no problem to. It ain't no problem to.
But I'm saying
the same thing I'm saying over the internet, bro. I tell you in your face.
Bro, you be having 15 people with you, bro. When you see me, I be.
Come on, man.
But like 2 people, bro, and I move. I don't be worried about none of that. You just talk a lot, man.
All right, and I'm gonna back it up too. I'm gonna kick your ass. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Terrell,
kick your ass. You ain't been in the ring with someone like me. I promise you that.
Man, they doing a lot of laughing and shit like that.
Nah,
they supposed to.
September,
don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. You worry about them too much.
You will see what's going on, bro.
It's me and you. It's a face talk. Worry about me. You talking to me.
Man, bro.
Worry about them laughing. I don't care if they laughing.
Young boy. September 19th. You know what's going on.
Man, you keep saying that bullshit, man. I'm gonna kick your ass. You know what's going on.
Just finish your little training, keep your weight down. You know what I mean? Do all that.
My weight good. I'm all weight. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight right now. We can go fight tomorrow. I'll be ready. I'm up. I'm ready.
All right. I hear you. I think I'm done here, bro. I hear you.
Terrell, before you go, man, I don't want you to have that impression. There's definitely no I haven't. I've been trying to get Erickson for like 2 years on this show, so there definitely isn't any extra love for Erickson than there is for you. You actually was on last month.
But I ain't mad at that. Everybody got their fans. Like if that's your people, I ain't tripping. Or if you like them, that's cool. But what I'm saying is, man, he talk a lot, bro. I ain't into that.
Listen, I'm a fan of this fight.
Yeah.
I commend both of you for taking this. This is just one of my favorite fights for the rest of the year. I thank you both for all the fights that we're not getting. You know, AJ Wilder, Spence, Crawford, all these fights that we're not getting. Y'all are delivering in a huge way and showing that the 154-pound division does not mess around and should probably be considered the best division, or could be, you know, in boxing today. So definitely commend you both. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait.
Listen, I can't wait. I promise y'all a spectacular performance. I promise y'all that.
I don't think that you two together in the ring can not deliver.
Lubin is obviously a talker, so that's part of the entertainment. You got that Stringer Bell, demeanor, man. You laid back. So we gonna see. You know, maybe that's gonna be the boss mentality come fight night. You know, but
I love that storyline. You know, two opposites, but two great fighters. I mean, this is awesome, man. This is what they write, you know, Hollywood script endings on boxing movies about. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind. We got the fight set, but before he was talking, we ain't even had a contract in or none of that. He was just talking, so it was irritating. But now you can talk away. We got a date. I don't give a fuck what you
exactly.
But don't you?
Exactly. We got a date. We got a date. I'm happy we got a date. We had a date before. You ain't delivered. Yeah, I'm glad we got it. I'm glad it's set, man. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to put hands on dude.
Terrell got that old head mentality. He like, man, I don't want to hear none of this. I'd rather wait for fight night.
I ain't really a big fan of that, but I let them dudes do their thing. Long as they don't get out of pocket or disrespectful, I don't go for none of that shit. But you can talk.
Well, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't really know where to go from here, man. I mean, you guys could give out your social media. I don't want to keep you too long. You have been on for 40 minutes. You gave the people what they wanted. I guess they're going to have to wait till next Saturday for the true fireworks, man. But we do appreciate the both of you. Please give out social media for anyone who isn't following can do so.
My social media, Terrell Gausha. Just at Terrell Gausha.
Follow me on Instagram at Erickson Hammer.
All right, gentlemen, man. Let them know where they can watch this fight, man.
On Showtime. Hammer Time on Showtime. September 19th, 9 p.m.
My team is going down, man.
Anything you guys want to say to all the fans out there right now that tuned into this interview? Anything you want to leave in their minds come fight night?
It's going to be hey, y'all been waiting long enough. It's going to be worth the wait, man. It's going to be fireworks. I'm coming in there. I'm trying to take young head off.
Yo, you keep calling him youngin. Do you consider him like I don't know? Why do you keep using terms like youngin or small? Like I don't know.
He ain't never said small. He ain't never said small.
I don't want to put words. Yeah. I don't want to put words in your mouth. But you can you explain it?
I'm a man. I go like I respect people like a man, but I call him young because like that's how our lingo is in Cleveland. When somebody younger than us, like. You know what I mean? They 20 and they 20s. We call them young.
Okay. Just making sure. All right. Well, gentlemen, man, look, we would love to get you back on, and we can't wait for the fireworks on next Saturday. Thank you once again, and it's been our pleasure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you to
I'm
the
excited,
both of you. To the both of you, Terrell, man. Stop acting like that. Ain't nobody taking sides over here.
I ain't tripping, man.
All right. Erickson, take it easy. Terrell, have a good night. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Top contenders in the 154-pound division, ready to mix it up and definitely saucing up our Friday night. Coach Midi across the pond. Doomy, Mario, what's up? That was pretty decent. Could have been a little bit better.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Terrell is more laid back. I like his demeanor, but, you know, you kind of want a little bit of entertainment, and I feel like Lubin was bringing that. It's going to be interesting to see can he translate that on fight night.
Yeah, now look. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know. Like for me personally, like I am. I don't know, man. I am not necessarily a fan of like the talking and all that. It can be entertaining, and it was good, right? It was good to have them on. But I definitely like the approach of like Terrell Gausha, and I mean, like you can also clearly see. I don't think that there's actually any real bad blood in that fight. That's what just like because their Twitter beef is over nothing really. It's over like a date that was there, and that was pushed back because of an injury. When we question them on what's really behind that beef and that animosity, I don't think there's really anything really behind it. I didn't hear anything that serious. It seems to me like Erickson is just like putting a persona to sell the fight, and that's all power to him. And Terrell Gausha is not into all that, and I respect that a lot.
I could agree with Terrell. He that's not his style, but I just think that's just who Erickson Lubin is. He's confident. He's young. He likes to talk.
He was talking. He's always been like that. He was talking like that.
I disagree. Listen,
I think it's respectful.
If y'all didn't feel that tension through the screen, y'all couldn't feel that. Like it feels like they really. Here's the thing. I agree with you in the sense that I don't think that there's any like one incident. I don't think they really hate each other. Like I think they'll shake hands at the end of the fight, but I can tell there's genuine animosity there. Terrell seemed actually upset. Erickson seemed. They just seemed like there was tension for sure.
Listen, to me, Terrell is this old business, and that's fine. There's no need to go through all this when I really don't feel a certain way about you. And like you said, I can switch it on. Like I can switch on, like when we get into the ring. That's what I do. That's my job, and that's normal. And there's no need to get rattled or anything. Man, there's multiple times during that interview where you can see like, hey, even Erickson told him like, I don't really think that you were ducking that fight or anything. I believe you. And then he said, I can respect that, bro, and all those things. Trust me, I don't think there was like any genuine tension. It was just like building the fight.
There's respect, but there's also the spirit of a fighter. And deep down inside, they know what time is coming. Yep. Time is coming. The fight time is coming. And they got to get, this too. Like you said, you could switch the switch, right? Yeah. The switch is ready to get switched. So right now, that lion is starting to come out. That awkwardness that Mario's talking about is not an awkwardness of disrespect. It's that it's when you see a lion cross over into another pride.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden the other lion's looking at you.
Great
like, what's
metaphor.
going on? All right. So now now that you're sizing them up, and it's going to be time soon to protect what's yours. And that's what's going on right now.
You know what it was too? It was like this feeling that, like, listen, you don't need to sell this fight, right? They're two extremely talented fighters at the very top of this division. So you don't need to sell the fight like that, right? It sells itself. But just you can feel they're competitive. Like, you can tell that I don't know. I feel like this could end really bad for one of them. I feel like, and I don't know who to pick. Like, honestly, I really don't know who to pick. I've been not looking forward to that fight being put on the Pick'em League. I don't want to have to pick because I don't know who to pick.
Of course, it'll finish bad for one of them. One of them will win, but I don't think it'll finish really bad. I think you can just come back from like that type of defeat, and also I don't think that there will be any problem between the two of them. I'm sure those two dudes, the day after the fight, will go. Will have no problem hanging around with each other.
Oh, and that happens professional for sure.
I wanted to ask that.
99% of the fight, that's the way it happens. It goes down. Trust me, like what I've seen from Lubin was not animosity, it was salesmanship. That's what I've seen.
I wanted to ask that, but I felt it would have been corny to say, hey, are you guys going to piece it up? Are you going to piece it up after the fight? So I felt like that would have been...
You don't even need to ask that. Hey, bro, I feel that. Hey, no problem. I respect you. Those two dudes will do whatever, when they see each other after.
After it's a whole different story.
Lubin was joking a lot. He said, hey, he's seen me before. He shook my hand. He said, No, I don't remember none of that. Of course, that's tongue in cheek. That's
Yo, I love it.
I love that part. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Bro, that's tongue in cheek, and that's just salesmanship. That's jokes. He was even smiling when he says all those things. Like, come on,
yo, man. Lubin said, he said, yeah, you going to remember September 19th. Lubin said, yeah, getting my hand raised.
Yeah.
He
wasn't like
quick.
Mario ruined
it. Was
it.
like the.
My bad, bro. I thought I was on mute that whole time.
Mario, it don't matter. Your face.
He said you're laughing. I'm like, oh,
it's
shit.
your face.
It's your face, my man.
You
laughing.
took me off the camera. What you talking about,
bruh? I was taking y'all off because y'all kept turning y'all camera off. I'm like, damn, you're giving me these dumbass S's. So
at the end of the day,
shit, I didn't know.
There's
Mario is not turning his camera off. I think there's something wrong with Mario's camera because he's not turning it off. We can see him on Skype, but somehow on YouTube it goes off.
Really?
Yeah, that's what was happening earlier.
I wasn't seeing him on Skype.
I can see him. I could see him.
Let me hang up and come right back.
I wasn't able.
But it doesn't have.
I see you
right
now,
Mario.
I see you now. But I mean earlier.
right.
Earlier I wasn't able to see it. But anyway, moving on. We got. What's next?
I don't know if you want to talk about Genaro Gamez.
Yeah, we got to go back. Yeah, because, we picked Aegis, and no one ever made picks for Miguel Marriaga and Joet Gonzalez.
I did. I said Joet.
We did.
I went Marriaga.
Jimmy went for Joet. I went for Marriaga.
I don't even know who I picked.
Who you got?
I got to check who I picked on the Pick'em League.
Damn, yo, the Pick'em League poll closed?
Nah.
Midnight.
All right. Yo, guys, for all the stragglers, including myself, I'm going to go pick.
Damn. Yeah, right here, Marriaga. Let's see what I picked. Ooh, I picked Miguel Marriaga. Damn, 62% Joet Gonzalez?
That's right.
Oh.
That's right. Yo, I'm about to come up on 62% of the Patreons. It's a good fight. It's a good fight, honestly.
That means me and Mitty in the 36th percentile. That means that we will separate ourselves. There's too many of y'all picking Joet. So if y'all right, y'all don't move. If we right,
you
move.
You don't know if we separate ourselves, man. Like, so those 36% may be the people that are up there in the top with us, man. You don't know that.
That 36% is a smaller percentage of the people, so it ain't gonna be.
Yeah,
everybody.
that's fine. It's a smaller percentage, but it could be the 5 or 6 people above you. No problem.
Well, it's definitely me.
Yo, you got Joet, Mario?
Nah, I picked Marriaga.
You also, all of you, Marriaga?
Yeah.
Now Doomy's picking Joet. That's what he does best.
He already picked Joet.
That's what he does. He wants the underdog always.
Well, actually, Joet.
I gave my explanation.
I don't think he's the underdog.
Yeah, Joet's the betting favorite. But they're so close. The odds are so close.
What is it,
you're talking like
100?
minus 120.
Yeah, nah, fake.
Plus 125. They're so close.
So I'm gonna go with Genaro Gamez because I don't know him and he's the A side. I've never heard of these dudes that are fighting each other at this point.
Genaro Gamez, huh?
I never heard of Antonio. Oh no, his name is Anthony Mercado Racisi.
Well, we got 10-1. And Genaro Gamez. And then you got the other guy. So
I didn't really look. I'll be real.
Damn, the other guy, he got a name.
Anthony Mercado.
I'm pretty sure we spoke about Mercado with Raging Babe.
Yeah, I remember that young face being up here.
I don't.
Yeah,
he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, yo, he fought Clarence Booth. Remember Clarence Booth out there from Thurman's?
Yeah. He got stopped by Booth.
Yeah,
shit.
Man.
I'm going with Genaro.
Hey, yo, man. Booth's good, man.
Yo, put me down for Genaro. Yo.
Yeah, I picked Genaro as well.
And Michael Fox beat him. Put me down for Genaro, man. Genaro. All right, what's next?
Well, that's ESPN Plus in Las Vegas, September 12th. Also on September 12th. In London, Anthony Yarde will be back in action in a 10-round light heavyweight bout against Dec Spelman.
Hold on. We got a UK co-host. Come on. It's not Yarde, right? Mitty is just Yard.
Yard. My bad.
It's Yard. Yeah.
Why does so many?
Bad,
why are you damn Americans pronouncing the E?
No, I mean, it's
I don't
Yarde,
know.
right? So,
Yeah, it's Yarde. I mean, I spell Yarde without an E, but you know, it's all good.
But you
It's
pronounce
Yarde.
maybe because you
But he
remember the movie.
pronounces
Like
it with
you've seen
one.
that movie, Yarde?
Oh no, never mind. I thought you were talking about.
There's an I between the E though. It's DIE, Yarde.
Mm. That makes sense.
You haven't seen that movie?
No.
Nah, I thought you were talking.
Bad man movie, man. Anyway.
It's crazy in the chat. Yeah, but I'm picking Yarde as well. But that's a whole nother card we can move on to.
Yeah, I mean, like this is like an easy pick, right, for everyone. I'm pretty sure like 100% of the Patreon have picked
All the
Yarde.
tough fights, they took them off, man. Except for the toughest fight of the weekend probably is up between Miguel Marriaga and Denzel Bentley and Heffron.
Heffron and Bentley is a tough fight.
Yeah.
It's like a good 50-50 fight,
Yeah.
you know. And this one, you know, I keep going back and forth on this one. Like, you know, if you go based on Heffron's like performance against Liam Williams, it's a losing performance, but he's showing like, you know, like skill sets that is decent. You know, experience-wise, he's got much more, you know, experience than Bentley. But both of them can just punch a little bit, and you know, it's whether the guy who's got like, you know, maybe 12, 15 fight can just like overcome like, you know, the handful of fight that he's got, you know, in less experience than Heffron, right? So.
I picked Bentley. I think that his wildness and awkwardness could cause Heffron a problem, and like I told y'all a week ago, I'm invested in Bentley, man. We've interviewed him dozens of times.
It is. I mean, you would have seen him like 2 or 3 weeks ago if you seen like you know, the one of the Frank Warren's card, and my problem actually was with his the way he was just trying to load up on every single one of those shots, and he was in there with an opponent that he was supposed to beat, but slightly tougher than what he was matched up with before. And he put a lot of effort trying to impress, but like at the same time, he got rid of that ring rust, and he got used to, you know, fighting in a bubble like that. Heffron hasn't been in there, so you know, that's maybe an argument that you can make for Bentley, but it's a real 50-50 fight. Both of them can bang.
You know, you make a good argument, because I wanted to bring that up to Erickson Lubin, because he brought up, I can't wait to get to the bubble, the testing and the weight cutting in the bubble. We've been interviewing fighters, and they're saying how difficult it is to keep the weight down or off in the bubble. So
it is different, yeah, for sure.
And
it's
like you said, Bentley at least has experience with the bubble already, where Heffron doesn't. I'm going.
And it's fresh experience. It's very fresh experience. Like, I want to say 3 weeks max.
Jesus.
No. But I mean, like, experience of fighting like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago in a bubble, right? So, you know, he's done that. He's done that very recently. And
yeah, no, I was that is he had 32 rounds. Oh, that's pretty fresh.
He already got rid of his like bad experience there, like, because, you know, by his standards, he said that wasn't the best, you know, performance. I think he had a little bit of criticism just because he was trying desperately hard to knock the guy out, and he was just putting way too much into his shot. If he does that against Heffron, he could be in trouble towards the later round if he doesn't stop him early. You know, you don't want to go and like, you know, you shoot your beans, like they say here, right? And
Yo,
then, like, you know,
did anybody call it?
What happened?
Did any of y'all call the upset?
What upset?
What upset?
Spelman.
Oh, Spelman? Hell no. Hell no.
I'm like, huh?
Yo, imagine that, right? Spelman gets the upset on y'all.
I thought I saw a couple people pick him early on, but I could be mistaken.
I don't think so. I think they did that to just like maybe sway a few people. They just put Spellman in there, and then they just switch it at the last minute.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was like 96 to 4% at one point. I was like, what? All right, whatever.
I can't believe
for a middleweight title too, right? IBF middleweight title.
I can't believe people picking.
Yeah, the Heffron Bentley,
yeah.
I seen on the thing they got Zewski got 2% of the picks. Wow.
Yeah.
What does that do for them, though, Coach Mitty? That IBF middleweight is a European title, obviously.
I mean, it's a good strap, especially for Bentley, right?
Yeah, it moves you up the line, bro. It gets you closer.
It's a good.
I just don't
strap.
get. I get lost with America and the belts they got over there in the UK as well. So
I mean, like it's all those belts. Like European is more like you stepping up. Your next step is world level, basically, or you can just go for like intercontinental and stuff like that. But really, you just there, in the between 10 and 15 in a ranking, and then you can put yourself in a conversation if stars aligns properly. You could be just in there with a shot at one of the champions. Like if they decide I need a softer touch, they look at you, they say, oh, you just like graduated to that level, let me pick on this dude, right? And you never know, you can make your name there. So that's definitely a good belt to pick. Listen, I won't say no to a belt like that, man.
It's an international IBF. It's like the Luther Clay WBO. It moves you into that top 15 in that sanctioning body. So that means he's ranked.
WBO Global, IBF International.
Yeah, it means that the winner will get ranked in the top 15 of the IBF in their division, and they're going to continue to get opportunities. You want to pick up those belts. You know what I mean? Look, for me, as an international boxing fan, I prefer a UK dude to pick up the WBO Global or the IBF International versus their Lonsdale belts that don't get them ranked over here. Like you could get those belts for domestic glory, but like it's not putting you on the map over here. But if you get a sanctioning body belt, you are on the map over here.
Usually that's what they do. Right? Usually they go, they go the British route because you want to do that. It's a prestigious belt here, but you're right. It's like domestic, really. But to put yourself in the conversation with like international titles, right? So you really want to pick up those type of belts because that puts you in a ranking. And like I said, someone can just an opponent can fall through. They say, what's the next decent fight with someone who's not too dangerous, like top 15 or 12 in a ranking. You might get a call, and you might go and shock the world if you're good enough,
Yeah, man. Yeah. So what do we got here? It's I'm going Yarde, Bentley, and Gorman's off the card.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go this guy Ekow Essuman.
Ekow Essuman. Yeah, Ekow Essuman versus like Cedrick Peynaud. You guys would have seen Peynaud against Conor Benn. He actually got a draw against Conor Benn. Like they had like two fights. Like and if he got the draw, it's probably because a lot of people thought that he had won that fight. He dropped like Conor Benn like maybe twice or if not 3 times. His face was absolutely battered and. But in a rematch, Conor Benn just switched up the tactics and really boxed and just got a unanimous decision. So it's a decent fight, but I think Ekow is is a decent fighter. He's a very good fighter. He should win that because Cedrick Peynaud has just moved into the solid journeyman realm. It's true now. It's just like traveling around Europe and just. Giving a test to those young lions, right? So that's how, those guys are used. But he's a dangerous one because that was the same thing with Conor Benn. He's a guy with I think he's a kickboxer background. He won like a few world championship, like in terms of like kickboxing, but also is very decent. He's a very decent boxer, a French champion. But when he got to that level, now he's being used to give a test to those, to those solid prospects. And
I'm with you on that.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Going then.
Real quick.
Yeah, I picked him as well.
Real quick, we got 2 super chats. We got Mad Bet 100 that says TBV press conference. Dope. Then Eric Cruz in Texas says, let's get this TBV. No, he didn't say that. He did not say that. He said, let's get this super chat party started. All right. So, shout out Matt Ben. Shout out Eric Cruz. Thank you to everyone that's hitting that thumbs up button, and I hope that you took the time out to subscribe. Let me go ahead and refresh. Looks like we're at 116,060. Now we're at 116,071. So, only you can get us to that goal of 116,100 for this particular episode. Yeah, man. So tell a friend, and go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click that notification bell. We had Melissa Odessa this morning. We had Michael Hunter, the heavyweight, this morning. And now we just had both 154-pound contenders, Erickson, Lubin, and Terrell Gausha. And tomorrow we'll be back with more interviews every single day. That being said, gentlemen, I think we picked everything on this Frank Warren card. It looks like it may be time to skip to our final subject of not final.
No Mother Russia.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that, champ.
Yeah, we talked about it in the beginning.
Oh, it was short. All right.
It's a Chudinov win.
So we're going to Loma.
Come on, man. Umar.
That's what I'm saying. I thought
you guys talked about it when Mitty went OD ham on Umar Sadiq and how he was picking the upset.
Yeah. Just give my boy like some positive energy, man. That's what I'm doing. Come on, like that's what we have to do. We have to support like young, prospect, young guys trying to make a difference, man. So it's not easy. It's a very tough task, man. Very tough task.
I'm glad you told me too.
Bro, I hope we can just catch him. I don't know if it'll happen, but like, who knows, man? Who knows? I'm hoping that it does.
So, all right. Then we're moving. That was very high. We're moving to Loma and Tio, both signing contracts on Instagram. The fight is official finally. But do we have a date, Mario? How could this be official? Do we have a date? Did they say like October, I think?
Well, yes, it is October tentatively scheduled, but I think they're still holding out some sort of hope. And I think they're still playing with it because, like, we see the NFL's got people coming back. It was just announced that wrestling's going to have people coming back. Actually, they already did.
Let me just give some facts here. The working date is October 17th. Did you say that?
Yes. October 17th. No. It is October 17th, though. I remember. I couldn't think of the actual date, but it was October.
October 17th for the
WBC. The
WBC.
day that Doomy gets
1
super
week, guys.
jacked in his chest.
That's 1 week before Gervonta. Talk about slick and smart. We ain't doing it on pay-per-view. We're going to come in 1 week before your pay-per-view.
Yeah, listen, I'm glad they got it done. If you look at the Top Rank schedule, it's really nice. They got some pretty decent little fights, scheduled for us, and this is definitely by far the best one. So I'm glad they got it done. I think it would have been a bad look because we got so close to it, and then it felt like it was slipping past us that it would have felt like a bad look. But definitely applaud both of them for stepping up. He's scared. He doesn't want the fight. I knew it was never true.
It was just a matter of negotiation, man.
Yep.
Shout out to Loma for giving up some of his purse to his opponent to improve his legacy. There's only a few men out there that are willing to put legacy before anything else. Floyd did it when he fought Oscar. He took short money. Canelo done it twice with Floyd and with Cotto. And here is Lomachenko. In what people are calling one of his toughest tests till date, he's willing to take less money to make sure that Teofimo gets in the ring because there were, kind of like indications that this wasn't going to happen. Within his right, Teofimo and his team, I think that 1.2 was ridiculous. For this fight. I'm glad they got whatever they deserved and they got it over the line. But shout out to Loma. We don't see this, so I don't want it to not at least get some sort of credit or highlighted. Like, we really don't see A-sides go in, do we see a B-side ask for more money like Andy and get it, go from 9 to like 11 or 13 million in the rematch? but we don't see AJ giving him that money.
How much did you give up, Lomachenko? Because
they saying he put him at 2, right? Ain't that the rumor now that he got him to 2 or 1.5?
Well, I thought it was 1.5, right? But I'm thinking, like, according to the pandemic and everything that's going on, I mean, even guys, like Canelo was about to take a cut, and he offered it himself. So I'm just thinking that whole thing was more of like undervaluing what Lopez brought to the table. What type of?
I don't know if it's undervaluing. All I know is you think about it. Just like I know it's easy to talk about other people's money and treat it like monopoly, but if he gave another man $300,000, you generous, bro. I don't think I'm giving nobody $300,000. That's shout out to Loma. Like, really, you don't want to fight me? Okay, I gotta give you $300 of my guaranteed purse. Like that took some serious mind power right there, willpower, all that crazy. And like, dog, you talking about taking food out of my family's mouth, let alone taxes is getting some of that. Like, that was, whoa. We talk like it ain't nothing. Like, yo, he getting 3 point something. Man, hell yeah, he could give him. But that's his. That's his. You understand? That's totally different, bro. So shout out to Loma. He getting this done. Hopefully he don't get knocked out. Imagine giving up 300 and get slapped. That won't be good. That won't be good.
Bad.
That won't be good. You know what I'm saying? So,
God, what a loss.
Yo, and Loma is on that Erickson Lubin. I love the way he came to town. He's like, I'm here. He posted the pic. Like, yo, he's on some boogeyman shit.
He's talking too.
No,
he's
hell
talking.
yeah, he's talking. They both talking. This one is gonna get more hype as it gets closer. It's funny. It's almost 37 days out. That's that. You don't. It doesn't feel that way. It doesn't really.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think it's gonna be like similar to Gausha versus Lubin, but maybe a little bit, like, because Loma doesn't necessarily engage, especially in press conferences, right? It doesn't necessarily engage like that, right? Maybe on like, exchanges on Twitter, it just does like funny stuff that are interesting. But like in press conferences, that the language like barrier also will be a problem. But I mean, Loma is just going to be all about his business, right? And he's also vicious. So, if he has the opportunity to punish him for something he didn't like in the ring, he will do so. And that would be interesting to see if he can do that.
Mario, we're gonna need your help with this one. We got a super chat. So we're going to need you to double check because Justin, shout out to you, Justin. It's my son's birthday today, and his name is Justin, so salute. Justin says, Teofimo said it's not true. Loma didn't give up any of his purse for him. 100 emoji. So we're gonna see how true. Maybe Mario can find something. Big Super Max, you got that, Doom?
Yeah, he says, hopefully we can have fans back soon, fellas. There's a 17,000, in attendance right now at the Chiefs versus Texans game. Cross your fingers emoji. Hashtag EJ/4DSG at the Cowboys Stadium.
I'm coming, too. I can't wait to travel. I've been in this house so long. EJ and Danny go to Texas, I'm there.
Yo, yeah, man, that's what I was trying to say. Talk about Ness when you said it, that he gave it up and stuff. Like, I didn't know that he actually gave it up from his money and that he's doing. I thought that was just PR, the top ranked PR machine working, for him and making him look good to make it look that way.
Let's see, man. Let's see what Mario finds, because you're right. That was what was spread through media, that he gave up his bread, and that's why I was highlighting it, because it's like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? That's tough for me to do. It's tough for me to give you $300 of my money. You talking about, yo, we got to do this job, and then you like, but damn, they paying you more, man. Let me get like 300 of your shit. Like, hell no, you better ask them for 300 more. My shit? I'm already shopping with that 300. What am I doing? Is it a bill? Is it child support? Is it, a car payment? No, I'm not giving it to nobody. Listen, but hey, we all different, right? We all different. That's why I wanted to shout him out, because he's a better man than I.
Hey, what happened?
He gave up that money. That's what happened. But speaking of what happened, Yordani Urgas versus Abel Ramos draws its highest rating since the pandemic with a peak of 1.26 million. Dude, first of all, you got to highlight this, right? I did no shame shows for Top Rank and their bad viewership. When Shakur fought, they try to say he did bad viewership. I did no show on that. They've already talked about the series. I've done no show on that because I don't find joy in bad numbers for the only sport I love. But to highlight that Urgas and Abel did 1.2, I'm very happy for them.
On a Sunday.
Sunday. I forgot that,
Before,
Mario.
on a weekend, during a holiday weekend.
I forgot all about the freaking Sunday. That's crazy,
Isn't couldn't it be a factor though? Like the fact that it's a holiday weekend and people are in front of the TV at night, with their family and whatever. And like, I don't know if it's necessarily people just saying, like, hey, you know what? Like, let's tune up to that channel because Urgas is fighting, right? So, when it's like a fight on free TV, like those kind of like numbers, I don't know if we can always just look at them and just say, oh, wow, it drew because it was Urgas and Ramos fighting, especially knowing that they're not like the biggest name in that specific division. Like, that casual don't know those names. So is it like the factor that, there was like something on before in that program? I don't know. Like, you guys can tell me. And was it a holiday weekend? Does it mean that people just like spend their time just like looking, watching at TV with their family or whatever? Right?
People are in the beach. People are out
barbecuing.
People are not in front of their TVs really, and like it impressed the hell out of me.
Real quick.
So you really think it's them, like that have those people rating, or?
Yeah, because look, in Labor Day out here, everybody's out of the house. Yeah, everybody's not trying to be in front of the TV. Yeah. So for it to have done that good on a Labor Day weekend where everybody's trying to get out of the house instead of staying in out of the house.
Americans go to the beach, they go to the lakes, and they barbecue. So
then respect to them.
No, this was impressive. 1.2. I want to make that correction. I seen Ruin of 504 say 1.6. Wow, no, 1.26. So 1.26. 000 is a whole bunch of zeros. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, we got a late cash app. My bad, TJ. But I probably wasn't going to do that. I usually let like Mario or Doomy give the Patreon, the super chat question to the guests. I'm usually like focused on the guests, but he was trying to send Terrell some love and say, Ohio in the house, let's go. 3 cool emojis. He could have definitely used that because he felt like he was sandbagged. I hope that he comes back on, which is crazy because it's like, bro, you was just on here the other day. Like, we just had you a month ago. Like, am I wrong? No?
I think it might have came off like that because
of the laughter. It was the laughter.
The laughter and the line of questioning, and so. Yeah, I understand.
I don't understand.
I would be like, I would like to have.
Let me tell you something. If
I don't understand.
I'm pretty good.
Wait. I don't understand the line of questioning line because it
Where's your camera? You're hiding. Blah blah blah. I know that's coming from the chat. But we ain't got to say that to him. You know what I mean?
No. Lubin said he hiding.
No, Lubin just jumped on because that came on before. Come on, man. Like these came like that. I will tell you what I see, right? I won't lie to you. I'm just telling you. If I was a fighter, I wouldn't have liked it. Period.
So what exactly was it?
Well, listen, it wasn't our intention for him to feel
I know
that
that.
way.
I know that 100%, but that's how he took it, like a little bit, like, you know. But he's like level-headed enough at the end to tell you, you know what, you know, I don't mind that. But he told you in the question, say, yo, what's going on here? Like, you guys are on his side or something?
I
like,
don't know why he felt like
mouth,
No,
right?
it wasn't the question.
Yeah, no, he did say it out of his mouth. But
He said that from his mouth.
My thing is this: why would he feel that way when obviously there were so many questions for Lubin about the knockout and recovering from it?
That's fine, but that's the thing, right?
Every time I seen one of those, I'm like, cringing. Like, damn, they bringing that up again?
That's the thing. Like, everyone liked the energy of Lubin, and you know how we are on this podcast. Like, we like certain things. Like, so someone who's got like a very different demeanor, you know, that one like, oh shit, he said that. Oh, that. You know what I mean? That's not like something that will just like, you know, just like. Appeal to them, and he said, like, you know, hey, I'm done with this. He almost said that at the end. You know, hey, you know, I'm cool with that.
He did. He was about to be out. I'm like, yo, chill.
Of course,
chill,
man.
Chill.
He said, what he was thinking, like, what did you guys bring me here? Do you sandbag me or something? You know, that's what he felt, you know.
Nah, man, never that. That's not was our intentions, but I could see how it went down. I thought he wouldn't have took it that way simply because of all those questions for Lubin that I felt were like cringeworthy. But
it missed me. What question was it that you asked that was out of pocket? Like
I can't remember exactly, but I mean, I definitely felt
I know exactly what I said. I said, Erickson, do you what weakness do you see in? I think I said weakness, right? Something like that in Terrell. And he was like, yo, you sound like you. I'm like, what? For that? I said, like,
I thought it was just because of the laugh, but we could go back and listen to it. The good thing is that, like Vinny said, he level-headed because he came right back. He's like, you know what, man? Yeah, it is what it is.
It's twice. That's why. It was once with me that he took offense, then once with Mario, because Mario just bust out laughing. When Lubin said something, Mario started laughing, put his head down, put his hand over his face. He couldn't help his reaction. But Lubin was giving you that. He's like, yeah, you know, I don't really think. I even set him up like, yo, do you think Lubin's going to be bringing that demon into the ring? Like, thinking about the knockout. He's like, yeah, you know, I don't think he's going to be thinking about that. And he was like, and then Lubin jumped in like, you're right. Only thing I'm thinking about is my hand being raised. And then Mario laughs, you know what I'm saying? So then he felt away. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I think that's it. We can move on to the callers because
real quick, Big Super Max on the super chat said Loma paid to whoop Tio and to see Doomy's 100 push-ups. Yeah, right.
And the last little note we got is in Inoue, and it looks like one of the Maloney brothers have. Let me see here. Yeah, Inoue Maloney title tilt. Set for Halloween in Vegas?
What is this, Chamberlain?
Bruh, Maloney brother proved that the Maloneys are baloney. So,
what happened?
So I know Inoue about to run through him, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, isn't it like a showcase in the US again for Inoue, right? So it's just like really trying to just like, you know, even further increase his popularity across the globe, right? So that's what you do. You give them like showcase fights and highlight real knockouts, right? So, yeah, man, I think that's what it is.
I see a lot of y'all in the chat with the same concerns, so you could take it a step further and just tag him when you share the show on IG. Tag Terrell and be like, yo, great interview, and then I'm gonna repost y'all. Naja, you got IG. I never see you share the show. What's up with that? You know how many men follow you just because you a woman, and if they see that you watching boxing or a boxing show, they be like, oh, wow, she even watches boxing. And boom, now we got a new subscriber. Come on.
Stupendous.
Come on, Naja. What's wrong with you? Anyway, we're going to open up these phone lines because that is the last piece of information that we had to give you guys and share. Because Mario put the Chris Bird thing, I guess, because he didn't know we talked about it when he didn't show up the other day. But we'll go to the sponsors and get this thing started.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
All right. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. One time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. And don't forget, you could add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. We're going to go to Stone Bone Boxing. What up?
All right.
What's
How
up,
y'all doing
Ted?
tonight, man?
We're good.
Listen, yeah, I see the football fans are excited, but we excited for a totally different reason. It ain't for the pigskin. It's for people in stadiums. And it's places like Nebraska and Missouri. A couple other places are doing 25% capacity. So y'all used to make fun of people fighting in Omaha and these little towns in Kansas and all these places. But them going to be some of the only places you can have an event. So you better hope your fans travel, or you're going to be in an empty stadium in a little town, and it's going to be real embarrassing. But as far as all of the fights that's coming up, I like the whole Top Rank release, really. Some good action fights. The T.O. fight, that's been done. We know that money didn't come from Lomachenko. We're not even going to play that game, Ness. Listen, there's some honorable men in sports, but there ain't no honor in boxing. These dudes ain't giving up no money to exchange hands. And when you say money go another way, only way your money will come down if it's a purse bid. If it ain't a purse bid, you ain't giving up no bigger percentage. You gonna tell Top Rank, ESPN, if y'all ain't got 300,000-400,000, how about y'all cut one of them bonuses y'all about to give somebody, one of these people talking on TV making $2-3 million, and come up with his money for that fight? And they did it. So that's what we got to look forward to. I think T.O. gonna surprise us. Lomachenko gonna try to do some schoolwork with him, but I think T.O. is wise enough. I hope he getting good enough sparring to where he working with high level boxers, where he ain't just going in there with guys that he can do what he normally do. He needs to be doing some high level boxing. Oh snaps! Oh my bad. I hope I didn't come in. I just walked in on the YouTube. But yeah, man, that's my thoughts. I'm gonna come back on the rest later.
All right. Yeah, man, I was trying to get in that T.O. camp. I'm still holding out hope, but I thought I was gonna get in through Gamach. But
yo, he writes 17,000 people right now in Kansas City.
Yeah, but can boxing do that? That's the thing. The money the football brings, it's got to be different, right?
I mean, yeah, more expensive tickets. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Cowboys, it is. They're expensive as hell, but I don't know about Kansas City.
I mean, Earl hasn't announced the location, right?
Right? Well, I mean, technically, he hasn't announced the fight.
What? Yes, they have.
I mean, like, they haven't announced, like, where it's going to be, what date it's going to be. Like, they haven't announced it. Like, it's not.
What you mean? They got a date.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, Google it. They just don't got a venue yet, right?
I thought they didn't have either.
Nah, man, it's November 21st or something like that. You bugging right now.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Where you been at, champ? What you doing? What you doing, man? What you doing with your life? Listen, don't forget you could call in 1-425-569-5241. Don't type when you can Skype. Add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Be part of the conversation. We're going out to Steve in Chicago. What's going on, champ?
My town up in K-Town.
Hey, Daddy, this is $1 beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza. I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, for the picks, I got Mean Machine. And I was on the fence with that next one, man. You're right. I was going back and forth with that. I went with Marriaga, so I went like you. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not so confident about it, but I went with him. And you know, I'll be honest with you. I don't remember who I picked for Gamez and Mercado. And then I picked Yarde. You know, I was talking about Yarde in the chat. Look, my thing is this, man. Now, you tell me what you think about this. Like, he fought that one dude. I understand why he fought that last guy to get his ranking after the Kovalev loss. But who fights a champion for a title, and then their next two fights, they fight people you've never even heard of? Like, I don't know. Maybe these guys are known in Europe. I don't know, man. I never heard of this dude. I never heard of the last dude. He fought in some club that last fight. It wasn't even like a big promoted event. It was like a guy in America fighting on that Raging Babes card that fought for a title, and then he's gonna go to Raging Babe and fight on her card. Like, that's what Yarde did. Like, I don't get it, man. But these guys were defending him. That's all right. Maybe you guys can explain it to me. I don't get it. But, hey, I got a question for Mitty. Mitty's a promoter, right? Mitty, you said you don't like it when fighters talk greasy. Are you serious about that? Because if you promote it here, you wouldn't sell any tickets. The fans like that. You made the comment you don't like that when fighters talk greasy with each other?
Mitty.
No, Mitty.
I think he's on the call or something.
Yeah. He's on a call.
Hey. Peace out, man. Have a good night.
Hey, I agree with you, Steve. 100%. 1,000%. I agree with you.
Yeah, and I agree with you as well about the Yarde stuff. I actually wish Mitty wasn't busy because this is Yarde back to what Yarde does, right? Like, this how he got in that position. He just fights dudes that nobody never heard of, and then he gets ranked and he gets a shot. So, and that's what he's doing now. He's listen, when you got Frank Warren giving you these weird fights on television, why would you be saying no? But Mitty, now that you're back, right? You're looking. You hear us or no?
Yo.
You didn't hear us?
I did.
What's the deal with Yarde, champ?
I mean, like, everyone was surprised about what Yarde did, right? No one knew that he was actually fighting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he took it on very, very late notice, like, and it was an opportunity that arose for him to get ranked in a particular sanctioning body to put himself in position. So, you know, that's all good. That's the business of boxing, right? So I'm sure that Yarde is not the only one who's done that. I don't have like an example. We can just go through it just to make an argument if we want. But yeah, that's it. And with regards to promotion, like, that's my personal preference, right? My personal preference. And also in terms of, like, you know, the events that I promote, we don't need any of this. Like, you know, they are on the unlicensed circuits, right? That's something that you wouldn't, I don't think you have an equivalent over there, right? But those are people that don't really need to generate that type of attention, because there's, like, you know, we stream them on YouTube, right? So we don't need to generate those kind of, like, buzz that goes out there, right? So, you know, but, you know, that's all good, man. Like, you know, there's a bit of everything for everyone in promotions, right? So, you know, if that's what you like, then it's all good, man. That's for you. But, you know, I don't tend to like that, especially as a fighter. I don't really tend to like that. You know, I just, like, keep myself to myself.
Yeah, I know Spelman. I watched the Lyndon Arthur fight, so, you know, he, you know, I wasn't expecting him to be fighting a dude coming off of 2 losses, but, you know, he's gonna make an opportunity that way, I guess. But let's get back to the callers, right? We got Stainless in Chicago.
The champ is here.
I said Chicago.
The champ is here.
Damn, Stalers, I made you from Chicago now, man. My bad.
Red belt, black belt, WO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people, people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Yo, TBV, what's good?
What up? What up?
You know, I'm from Chicago, knowing this.
I know, right?
Hey, shout out to all my folks in Illinois, from Chicago to Rockford, Peoria, and then, you know, Gary, that straight crossover to my Gary, Indiana people, too, because I know they live up there. I do like Steve's point on the Mike Yarde thing. The only thing I would add is we got to remember his dad died this year, too, right? Like back in like early February, March.
Yeah, I think it was his father and his grandfather.
Yeah, like right on the cusp of Corona. So I kind of give him a little leniency with this fight because I mean, you coming back from a dramatic personal loss, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he wasn't focused for all of this time. So I'm saying he probably do need a light touch just to get back into it. I know he had a fight earlier this year, but like I said, this is like during Corona and, you know, post, you know, grieving the loss of his father. And like you said, grandfather too?
Yeah, it's either the grandfather or grandmother. I know that.
Yeah, I give him the benefit of the doubt for that. You know what I'm saying? I like Mike Yarde, Lions in the count. You know what I'm saying? I hope he gets more stamina, you know what I'm saying, and maybe don't listen to whatever that dude, his coach, because that dude, he needs some work. Maybe you need to call him and give him some side lessons or something on that. Who we got fighting this weekend?
A little bit of everybody. Top ranked Mean Machine versus Mikael Zewski.
And also Miguel Marriaga and Joet Gonzalez on that card.
Oh yeah, that's a better fight right there. I thought I heard Inoue too. Is he fighting this weekend?
Nah.
No.
Okay. Yeah,
he fights on Halloween, October 31st, against the Maloney that was in the boxing series.
Yo, man, shout out to TBV. Did we just witness the first TBV final press conference with Lubin?
Virtual press conference.
Because that's what I was posting on Instagram. Like, if y'all missed it, y'all stupid for that. Man, shout out to y'all. We working over here, man. Keep working, man. I like it. It's a good look. Don't forget, September 21st, the final deadline for submissions for the Boxing Bars Mixtape Volume 1. And as I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Yeah, shout out to El Camino. And that is the scene. Yo, Coach Mid, man. Look, there's two sides to the coin, man. We always see that, right? It's the guy that talks a lot, the guy that don't talk much. This is a perfect example of it. Nothing out of the ordinary. And I thought it was a type of virtual press conference that left me actually smiling, but smiling for like, yeah, I'm gonna see these two get at each other. Yeah. If you think for a second that Terrell Gausha didn't leave this interview saying to himself, "Boy, I'm gonna put some work on this boy," you know. And if you could read that. You know, sometimes you don't gotta have a lot of vocals coming out from the fighter for you to really get a feel of his body language.
Man, good point. Great point.
I was getting, maybe he wasn't talking as much, but I was getting all sorts of like, yo, me rub my chin type of shit I do when I'm ready to hook off on somebody. You catch me going like this, and you talking, I'm ready to just slap you.
And it comes down to personal preference, right? So, you know, it's like when you look at it, like you might like one or the other or both, like you said, like, but you know, that's what it is. Like there's a bit for everyone there, man.
Hell yeah.
And it's not like, you know, Terrell Gausha is not like from the US either. There's personalities like everywhere, right? So I was hearing someone telling me, oh, you know, that's how we do things in America. Like, is Terrell Gausha Chinese? Like, his personality is like that kind of personality. It's just like a bit more reserved. There are few fighters like that I've seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's next
But
on
that doesn't mean that he's gonna win either, right? So sometimes like you be the quiet one, you may be taking like the high, the more high
stoic
ground.
route.
But the reality is that when it comes to the ring, like the reality of it is like the better dude will win, and it could well be that it is gonna be Lubin that is gonna be faster, stronger, and end up like backing up all his talk, and that's fine too. That's good. In the ring, it's not about like how well you just like sold yourself at a press conference. It's who can deliver the business on the night, right? And if that happens to be Lubin, then that will be Lubin.
Yo, you ever had a guy that talks smack, or guys out there and
yeah, always
just a little bit more reserved? Period.
Always, but some people back it up, some people don't.
You ever had the privilege of shutting some loudmouths mouth up?
Actually, like I had a rematch. I lost against one, and then I rematched him and ended up like beating him. Like so, but the rematch was like even sweeter because it was just all out, and just that's the same thing. Going into social media and all those things, I don't really pay attention to.
Did he talk in the rematch too?
Oh hell yeah! More than anything.
More?
In the first fight, we didn't really know each other. Like we knew that we all going for a title. We just went in there, and like what happened. Like so, I felt I was hard done by. But my coaching team told me, no, man, you didn't do enough. Like so, I was really mad. I was just like, damn, man. Even my coach telling me I didn't do enough. I thought I won, man. Yeah. And then the guy just like added on top of that, saying like, oh yeah, man, he just went in just like a lot of things. He called me the French runner, man. That's what he was saying. He just did like all interviews. Yeah. Like, he said, he a runner because I box on the back foot, right? So he said, no, he's a runner. I hope he brought his running shoes and all those things. So all those kind of things, and
damn,
he ended up like being a different fight, man. He almost got knocked out, right? So.
Yo, we got Natural Wiz, Canada. What it do? Natural Wiz, just listening. Going to Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
When you see old dirty bastard fall in a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your.
Yo, what's up, man? All praises due. All praises due to Boxing Voice, man. Everybody on here. What's going on?
Champ? What up? You sound great today. What the hell?
Man, Mom Duke's crib. Mom Duke's making some broccoli, quinoa rice, roasted chicken. I'm good. Just got a haircut. So, I'm back in NY. I think Mario still get got out here. You got to be careful out here, Mario, with that beard. With the ill mustache and stuff. But nah, let me stop, Mario. Getting on. Hey, yo, Mitty, man. Yo, let's get at it, Mitty. Listen, man. Don't y'all know that 1/10 Japanese? Don't y'all? So my name is Hikaru Shinichi. So what I'm telling you right now, Mitty, man, if nobody don't win on here, we going to Japan for the fights. And and I'm also got Eskimo in me too. So I could get 2 Eskimo dudes, just like Steve said, yo, we don't know who these dudes is, man. Listen, man, if I go 2-7, betting on her, I know Gorman, that's my man. I know Yarde, that's my man. Them other dudes, man, nah, man, I picked one dude. I don't know how I picked. I just got on there today, just said, just pick something and all that. I saw it was like 62%. So I'm telling you right now, man.
So wait, you went with the higher percentage?
Yo, man, I ain't see it, man. They playing games with the Samsung phone, man, that Galaxy S10, you heard? But let me tell you something right, Mitty. I talked to my man Info Joe. Shout out to them brothers out there. It's looking like Mars and Cali right now. The forest fires and the ash coming down. Peace to them. But yo, Mitty, man, we gonna start doing Japan. We gonna start doing Eskimo. We gonna start going to Australia. Cause you the only one, Carlito and Naga chick. And I said it. So like I said, man, if all of us lose, you talking about just the cause me and Info Joe's going there, you know, that's my brother, you know, the Blackbeard Grills. You know what I mean? So like I said, Mitty, I'm going to Japan on BoxRec. I'm gonna find Shikiro Chinino versus Suzuki Amada, wherever. They put it on there too. This thing gonna go international because of me and Info Joe. You hear me, Mitty? So I don't want to hear nothing if I go 1-7 and I bet on some UK cats that nobody don't know. And let me tell you something, you need to do this from now on. If these dudes want to, that Terrell Gausha and Erickson Lubin, fire. But I'm telling you something, man, he kept calling him a baby. Yeah, youngin', and all that. And you know, Lubin got on some Jim Jones wiretap stuff, talking real greasy to him. So it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a real good fight. Like I said, man.
Great call, man. Great call.
Great call.
That I'm actually in agreement with Mitty.
You keep saying like Stoneborn is color of the year. Like King Born is my color of the year, man. The guy is too good.
You gotta nominate him, and he gotta get voted on. Just like
I nominate him every Thursday and Sunday, man. Every time he comes on, like the guy is too creative and he's just level-headed, man. I like that dude, man.
Going out to Florida.
So I'm here to tell Errol Spence, I want you next, baby. Let's get it on.
No King?
Yo, hello? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, what up? My bad, man.
Forgot your own intro, huh?
Nah, I was. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention for a second. I was like, oh shit, wait, it's me. But yeah, what up, man? Good trying to crazy, man. Shout out to Lubin, straight out of Orlando, Florida. So I'm always rocking with him, Hammer Time. I got him winning and going on and getting the title, man. So that was fire though. Y'all should do more of that, man, if possible. The press conference is COVID, right? So they need they need the promotion, man. Get the virtual press conference on the Boxing Voice. That shit was fire. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. Appreciate y'all. Good show.
All right. James Benitez, talk to me. All right. Oh, there you go. Just listening, champ?
Yeah, I'm just listening. I'm just at work, man. Hey, it's just another great show. Man, appreciate the interviews. Appreciate all the content, man. And keep it up, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. And thank you for the love yesterday. We're going out to
District Info Pugilist. District Info Pugilist.
Yeah. What's up, TBV?
What up?
Info.
Joe, you cut out, Joe.
Yeah.
Am I clear?
There we go.
Yeah, you're good now. Very good.
All right. Hey, man, shout out to King Born, Brooklyn's finest in the building. Hey, yo, ask Mom Dukes, man, can she set an extra plate up for me, man? That sounded good when she was cooking, champ. Flights is cheap right now. I can make it to NY, man. No doubt. Yo, am I clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Man,
Shout out to King Born again. Hey, man, this week is going to be real interesting, man. This is going to be a week where it separates everybody. You know what I'm saying? Every about fights are not just clear A side, you know. And so you got to be on the money this week. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be able to box wreck your way totally out of all of these fights. Hey, Mitty, I was going to ask you. You said the Gorman fight was off, right?
Yeah.
Hey, who was you gonna pick anyway, man? I was just curious though. I picked Lartey.
Oh,
I was just curious
Gorman,
who you was gonna
100%.
pick.
Yeah, I was picking Gorman too.
Gorman, but I was expecting Lartey to put up a good fight, cause I don't know how good Gorman is.
I thought Lartey looked better against Du Bois than Gorman did, man. I was going for Lartey, man. They both lost to him and got KO, but he did the better work while it lasted, though.
Joe, who you get? Who'd you pick? Oh, go ahead, Mitty. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
I just want to know who you picked between Heffron and Bentley.
You know what? That was I went with Heffron, man. I went with the experience, man. And I think he had the more
went with the favorite.
Competitive
You
fights.
went with the favorite.
He got but Denzel, he can box, man. But I think what he had 13 fights. He ain't really fighting nobody though, man. You know what I'm saying? He looked it good, but I think Heffron had the better competition, man. I think he lost to Liam Smith, right?
Liam Smith.
Yeah, I watched that fight. Yeah,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
Liam Williams.
Liam Williams. That's who it was. Liam Williams.
Liam Williams. Okay, my bad. And I think that I picked Joet Gonzalez too, man. And he only lost to Shakur, man. The dude, he ain't a bad fighter. He lost to one of the best great talents coming out of Jersey, or the U.S. period. And I picked Egidijus Kavaliauskas. I butchered his name up. And Saul Rodriguez, man.
Kavaliauskas. We got, it looks like, I think Davidian.
I put it in there. It's that's Tim, 716.
What up
on Blog
champ?
Talk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, what's good, y'all?
How are
you?
What's
good, TVV? How you doing? I'm good. Great show. I like the Lubin and Gausha. That was pretty sweet. Just to see them before the fight. That's gonna be a good fight. I don't know. I guess I got green beans, so yeah, I definitely picked him. Some of the guys I don't know. Of course, I got Yarde because I don't know who the other guy even is, but I know some people know, but I don't know who he is. So I'm gonna go with Yarde. Who else is on there? Joet Gonzalez and Marriaga. I went with Gonzalez, but it's pretty close. I don't know. Hopefully I picked the right person, but I don't know. It could go either way. Yeah. So is the thing with Loma? Did he really give up some of his purse? Is that true or no?
Mario never found out, huh, Mario?
I mean, that's sweet if he did. That's pretty crazy, as I never heard of a fighter actually doing that. But and that's gonna be a good fight too. I'm glad it's being made, so because they definitely need to do that fight. So that's gonna be a good fight. I mean, earlier on it's gonna be dangerous for Loma, but I think as the fight goes on, I definitely have Loma winning. But we'll see. Lopez has all the tools. Hopefully, he can rise on the occasion. So, but yeah, that's my call. See y'all. God bless.
All right. 503, you haven't pressed 1. That's why we haven't gone to you. We going out to Stone Bone on the Boomerang. What up?
What up? Yeah, so I guess that is this weekend, the return of Kavaliauskas, right? And Zewski, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, man. I want to see what he got, man. I guess this supposed to be a 50-50 fight? You know what I mean? Like what?
Nah,
Is he
I don't think so. I think Kavaliauskas could stop him. Hopefully, he could stop him.
Who did Zewski lost to? Who?
Peynaud.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna favor Kavaliauskas in this. Stop. Yeah, he should be. I don't know. The stoppage is that. I don't know how much training he been doing. I don't know what he been doing during COVID. You know what I mean? Last time, remember, he was laid out. I know he can outbox him, but I want to see if he can get that done. But listen, the Oscar blaming the zone. What else can he do? Who else can he blame? Like, who did he blame when he was in rehab when Canelo was fighting Mayweather? You know what I mean? He blamed, when he came out of rehab, he blamed Richard Schaefer, Mayweather, and everybody for what went wrong. He always mess up and blame his business partners. Canelo ain't talked to you in over a year. Why is that? Is that the zone fault too? You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for that DAZN deal, where would you be at right now, Oscar? What if Canelo would have left and when he had that opportunity? He stayed with Oscar out of loyalty, so he better not come out trying to diss Canelo. He better toe the line. That's where the money. Yarde, back to fight nobodies. He'll get another mandatory shot. Frank Warren can get it done for him. Joet Marriaga.
Tough fight.
I don't know, man. Yeah, that's a close one for me. Joet, I'm gonna go with Marriaga. I think Shakur just showed you that he's a basic kind of come forward. He don't got a lot of power, so Marriaga should be able to at least deal with that. And I'm gonna pick Marriaga on that one. Oh yeah, and the Lubin, that was a great interview. I'm glad it was Lubin and not the coach, man, because his coach be, you know what I mean, like his coach be focusing on other stuff than Lubin. So I'm glad that Lubin is in a position where his coach ain't got to hate on people to get him on the show. Last time, you know what I mean, he went on a little tangent just to get on the show so he could talk about Lubin. So right now he in a fight that he deserved to be on the show. Shout out to you, Ness, for making that happen. Shout out to Gausha for the finally turning on the camera, giving us a real interaction. And like I said, man, that money ain't come out of Lomachenko pocket. We all know that. I've been doing business a long time. I ain't never seen money come from two people's pocket. You can lie and make a guy look good in public and give him a sympathy vote. So when he get knocked out, you'll feel sorry for him.
Cut it. Is Mario back, little ducker? When you gonna find out if
I'm
that's
right here.
true?
I looked it up. It said I looked it up. It said that it's not confirmed, but it's that the Loma side saying it's true. The Loma side saying that they gave up that money. Now, the only thing that David McWaters has said about it is that they ended up making it work out.
And David McWaters is the manager of Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Boomerang Stainless.
Yo, honestly, I have nothing. Just get out the info for me.
All right. N.O. What up?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Oh. What's down? I'm an audio sound, you hear me?
You straight.
All right. Look, man, whoever taking the tally, Mario or Minute, either one, put me down for Lubin, man. Lubin. I think he might stretch good shit. I don't know. I got a feeling like Lubin want that get back. But once he get back in there with y'all, little brother, gonna be the end of the road again, you heard me? Y'all had to play
It's
that
next
sound.
week, you know. It's happening next week. You've got time to make your pick for this one.
I'm not. No. I write me down right. I ain't gonna change my mind once I'm set on. Yeah, I think Gucci gonna lay down on this. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But he just don't have that next level, and that's like Gucci. He like he kind of, I ain't gonna say he kind of remind me of a Cuban fighter, but it's like I don't really see that sense of urgency from him. Like it's like, all right, I'm doing enough. Hopefully, I get the win. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna leave it in the judge's hand. I think Lubin trying to make a statement. Lubin trying to prove that he wasn't no fluke the first time. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see, bro. We're gonna see. What else we talking about tonight? What the other topic is? We still on Canelo?
Haney Russell, Canelo with DAZN. I mean, not Canelo. Oscar blaming it on DAZN. Mean
Chris
Machine.
Bird making a comeback at age 50.
We actually didn't talk about that because you missed it. We talked about it already, so we didn't bring it back up. But I mean, I guess Mario wants to talk about it.
My bad. I thought y'all hadn't brought it.
Nah, we did. That show you ducked us on.
Who else Oscar's gonna blame it on? He gotta blame the zone. Because if it ain't the zone, then who it is? It's him, right? So I mean, it's the blame game right now. Shit rolled down here, and the zone gonna print at Oscar. Oscar gonna print at the zone. Canelo, he's suing everybody. So I mean, I see Canelo coming out on top at the end of the day, bro. Right. I mean, either they gonna give him the fight next, either they gonna let him fight and get his $35 million. Or he gonna sue their ass and fight somewhere else. Yeah, it's simple.
But the thing is, though, where else is he gonna get 35? Where else is he gonna get? I mean, I guess he could get 17.5 anyway. I know anybody would give him a $20 million guarantee.
Right. He can get that, and he put it on pay-per-view, and he bet on himself, and hopefully he can generate more. You know what I'm saying? He might get more than 35. He's fighting the right opponent. With you know what I'm saying, once the pay-per-view revenue come in.
Yeah, and then you talking your gate.
Yeah. But we looking at next year on this, right? Are we still talking about this year?
I mean, with this lawsuit, it's probably done for this year, but who knows? Who knows what type of big boy lawyers he got?
Yeah, right about that. And Canelo got the money to sit out 2 years, so. I mean, if they want to play hardball, I don't see Canelo losing. But that's my call.
For sure.
Yo, you see... Oh, you're the one that put them in the pre-pro.
What?
Devin Haney said, Mr. Cap cried about stipulations. Now his cap ass adds stipulations. He don't want this shit.
But that's not new. Like, Gary said that in our interview. Like, when I beat his little ass, then we going to do it on my terms. The problem is nobody picked up on it.
No. But it's not that. It's that for me, it's like, I don't know. I just want one of them to just cave. And here's the thing. I'm not asking that because that's not fair. They both deserve to, ask for what they feel like they deserve. But I just think, like, I don't know. I want the fight bad, man.
Gary is not in the right here, I don't think.
I don't know, man.
Because a voluntary is what Devin has. So by having a voluntary, he's entitled to do a one-way rematch. One-way rematch means that he is in control of his rematch clause, like AJ was. Gary can't control the rematch unless there is no rematch clause. You understand? And Gary gets to walk with the belt. And then he's just giving Devin a shot. But
There's no way he would want to do that.
Exactly. But as long as
Devin would not do that.
As long as there's a rematch clause, how could Gary say, "Yo, we're gonna do it on my network"? Now, what they could
I don't think it's super unfair at all.
I'm saying what they could do to get this fight over the line is say that they will leave it open to the highest bidder. That's how you get it over. Because it's like, yo, we got to deal with the zone, but if PBC is going to offer us more, then okay, we'll go with the best bid. That's it. Put that in the contract for the rematch, that the rematch is open to any network bid.
I think, what Gary is asking, makes sense, when you just speak to people in general, but it's almost impossible when you know how those contract works with the promoters and the network, right? So I can't see the network agreeing to just surrender some their event just like that, right? And say, oh, that's fine, let's do it because that sounds right. AJ didn't do that, and he didn't have any reason to do so. You know what I mean?
And
Like so.
AJ's promoter is Eddie, and
Yeah.
Eddie co-promotes
Yeah.
with Devin. It's just not a smart rematch.
Yeah, and by doing that, you make it almost impossible for that contract to get signed.
Yeah. So that's why I need him to just back out of that and ask for the clause to be the rematch could be held for the highest bidder. Leave it open for that. Because what if the fight's explosive and ESPN wants it, or is willing, or PBC or Showtime? Like, that's it. Leave that so that you could get the fight over. And Haney, he shouldn't have an issue making that clause because he's got the smaller guy. He's at the advantage. Beat his little ass. Like y'all keep telling each other. They both calling each other little. So beat each other ass then. Let's see. If Gary really that little, then you shouldn't worry about how he want to do his rematch because he never going to get one if you beat his little ass. And Gary should never worry about how he want to do his own rematch because, well, I guess he do got to worry about it because in his opinion, he thinks
They both have to worry. Again, like, whatever you say like that in interviews doesn't translate into business contract, right? Like, his handlers will say, hey, I don't care what you say that he's little or whatever. I'm protecting your interests, right? We don't know what can happen, right? So, there is no pride like that saying, oh, I said that on Twitter, so I'm going to stand by that. They're going to look for loopholes and, they're going to look for their interest 100%. And, like, the handlers are the ones that will just, like, really look into the contract and do what's better for
I just hope this fight doesn't
Gary
fall apart.
and what's for Devin. I don't know, but that stipulation like makes me think that it might not happen.
I hope it doesn't fall apart, man, because even though I love Gary versus Fortuna, I think Fortuna.
Yeah, I like that, but I don't know. There's just something about this fight that's
this is a bigger fight. Fortuna doesn't speak English. This is a bigger fight. But if Gary doesn't get that fight somehow and still fights Fortuna, like the rumor, that's not.
This might sound stupid, but I would have rather never heard of Haney and gotten the Fortuna. Like that's just kind of how I feel about it. It's like, yes, I like the fight and I recognize it's good and it's a good fight, but like because that hype was there, it's like, man, we were this close to getting it. So I don't know. I'm probably just being dumb.
If you're on Blog Talk, remember you gotta press 1, or we just have you as just listening. I think that might be even Hawk in Maryland. Mario, can you check that out?
I got it.
Let's see what we got here. They said give it the Info Joe, and I think Info said he didn't want to talk. He want to hear the song, maybe. Let me see. Oh, he said on the way out. So Info Boomerang, courtesy of Stainless.
Yeah, it was Hawk.
All right.
Yo, next. Stainless said they gave it to me, God. Stainless said to give it to me.
We listening.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right. So listen, man. This is what we doing right now, man. I am not King Born. I am H Money, mad at the DAZN. This is H Money. The zone is now the dead zone. They have no money. Canelo running, Eddie Hearn crying right now. Jillian White massaging his back because they don't got no money no more. They getting sued. You know what I mean? After De La Hoya, the Mexican cats are slick, man. They be looking at Once Upon a Time in Mexico was real. So De La Hoya shifting all the blame to Eddie Hearn, and guess what? Even when Canelo leaves and go to PBC, he's still going to get 17.5, like Jeezy, 17.5, the Jeezy man said. You know what I mean? So let me tell you something, man. Canelo ain't playing. He ain't taking no half off. The zone going bankrupt. I said it. We all said it on here. Peace.
TJ with the super chat via Cash App, saving us that 30%. Haney should cave if he confident. No rematch.
Yeah, that's kind of how I lean. I just don't think that's fair to really suggest, though.
That's not how it works. That period.
No, of course not. Of course not.
You can say
that.
You can say that because it sounds good, and it sounds. There's what's fair. That's what sounds good.
No,
and that's
of
what
course,
your
100%.
team will just do,
And that's why I said I feel like we're not going to get this because, in all honesty, I don't think either one of them needs to budge. Would I commend one of them for budging? Absolutely. I would say, yeah, you know what? That's a champ move, Haney. Or, yo, you really think you got this one, Gary? But at this point, like, if I'm just tapping into my basic instincts and like just thinking about it, my basic instinct says I think Devin should cave. But again, I'm not saying that logistically. I'm just saying, it's the way it feels.
I feel Gary will just pick up a lot of the blame for this, especially depending on who he fights. If that fight doesn't happen, if he ends up like fighting a name that is not buzzing right now, like a lot of people will just say, "Oh, this and that." Like I think he should do that. I think he should fight people, at 126 and 130. That makes
I agree.
sense to
That's
me.
what I want. Yeah,
and I won't hate on him. That's what you do, man. That's your division. Just go and do
I
your
love
thing.
him trying, though.
Ain't no big fight there. He can't get 1.5 to unify with Warrington.
That's the thing. So what is he looking for then? Like money or that?
He looking for glory. He ain't going in the history books for unifying with Josh Warrington. He's just not.
Yeah, but ultimately, though, Mitty's right. No, go ahead. Look, ultimately, Mitty's right. At the end of the day, the fairest thing in order for this fight to happen is for Devin to get his way. He's the champ. He should get the rematch, and it should be on his terms. Gary's looking to see what he can get. And I hope that it's not a point that is like a deal breaker.
Me too, man. I don't want to lose this fight. They put too much energy into this fight too to lose it. Like Haney and Bill have done hours of publicity on this fight to turn around and lose this fight.
Gary too. But Gary has done publicity about everyone. He's done Crawford. He puts his eggs in many baskets, right? So let's see what he can get, man. If he gets Fortuna, people will not be happy. Trust me. I'll be happy. I like it.
I like Fortuna for sure, without a doubt. Who's 760, Mario? Is that legend? No, it's not legendary boxer.
Let me see.
Yo, Ness, give my boomerang to Steve, please. He thinks I'm biased against him. So, if you can give my boomerang to him, please.
It's Mike Jerry.
Mike Jerry. Sure, Mitty. Once you become a boomerang, I'll give him to him.
I'm not a boomerang? Damn. Sorry, Steve. I tried.
Steve, he's fucking with you.
Hey, David, look. Devin Haney, he need to make this fight. He got to make this fight, man. He got to make this fight. He talking cash money. Cash money. He gonna whoop his ass. He gonna beat him up. Blase. Russell is also the WBC champion and the longest reigning champion of boxing right now. Let's not forget that, man. He's also an elite fighter. Devin need to make sure that he make this fight, man. Teofimo got a big fight. Javante got a big fight. I don't want to see him against no Gamboa. I don't want to see him against Fortuna. Fight Gary, man. You talking big shit right now. Make the fight happen, man. I don't want it. If the shit don't happen, that shit falls on Devin. That shit don't fall on Russell. You talking cash money, you gonna beat his ass, you gonna do all this, you call him Mr. Cap, all that shit. Make it happen, Devin. See what you about. Because if you beat him, and beat him more impressively than Lomachenko, then he got something to stand on after that.
But bruh,
that's my call.
All right, but to you and anybody with that mindset, y'all gotta remember, we talking about a 20-year-old kid offering a year defending champion, $1.5 million payday that Teofimo and his team had to take to the media to get. A $1.5 million payday that was the starting point for Top Rank versus Crawford Kelbrook. Like, I mean, Haney doing enough getting you 1.5, you don't think? Because I know Warrington ain't getting, he ain't bringing no 1.5, but we got a super chat from TJ who says, we had shows about how dumb that Ruiz AJ deal was. Yeah, I mean, it was dumb in the moment, but obviously after the anger of Ruiz having to fight AJ twice passed, we understood that's what a rematch clause is. Like, dog, you ain't going nowhere. You got to beat me twice. So, you know, it is what it is. He got another one saying that's not how it works. So we can't do beta, huh? Shaking my head. What in the world? Help me decipher what he talking about.
I don't see it anymore.
No, it's a super chat via Cash App, saving us
Oh,
that
my
30%. But he says that's not how it works. So we can't do beta, huh? Shaking my head. No clue, bro. No clue. No clue.
Oh, no.
You can do better?
Oh, you can.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
good
we
one.
can't do better.
Yo, you cracked the code.
That's not how it works.
Say
so
it
we
again.
can't do better?
That's not how it works. We can't do better.
What is it? So he was talking about Haney getting the fight done.
Yeah.
We can do better. I don't know.
I don't know. He gonna have to.
Maybe he meant like beta, like bitch, like you know what I mean,
If
like
it's limited,
beta, alpha.
Is it limited characters? I wonder if it's limited characters.
Yeah, somebody said that this morning. Yes.
You sure?
Who was
That's what they said. I don't know that for sure.
Cause he's doing three emojis, and emojis take double characters. Just if you don't know.
Who was it from? That's like it must be
TJ.
Oh, he's not in the chat, right?
Nah, he probably at work. But we got a counterpunch from Steve.
Oh, maybe he thought I was going to run away from him, huh? No, but...
no, not running away, man. I just want to be friends, man.
Yeah. Hey, so I was hearing someone bring up about Oscar. I didn't see it in the notes. I kind of just sent you the counterpunch, just kind of gave you a little bit because you've been working so hard. But what is in there? What's going on with Oscar now?
De La Hoya blames DAZN, claiming they are not living up to their contract. If anyone tells me Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders are not premium fighters, I must be crazy. But I think he meant to say they must be crazy.
So is this lawsuit going to be is it Canelo? Is it going to be now Oscar suing DAZN? Like, I wonder how this lawsuit's going to go down. This could go down where he sues them too.
I mean, he better, because Canelo's still suing him.
Yep.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure they take the blame for it, right? So, and I mean, like, I can understand where he's coming from. Like, he's looking at it like from a sporting point of view. DAZN is looking at it purely at like a numbers point of view. Because I think, like, you know, the problem is DAZN mention who they believe are how do they call them again? Like the elite fighters, or anyway, like whatever terminology they use for the fighters that they want. They use like two MMA guys, I think, like Khabib and Masvidal, and they looked at Oscar. Those are the three opponents that the DAZN considers as like premium opponents. From a sporting point of view, it makes no sense whatsoever. And for the fans, you know, especially the hardcore, it makes no sense. But the DAZN people in the boardroom, they're not necessarily looking at the hardcore. Like the Canelo fans, they know that, you know, they have them already, and they might give them like one garbage fight like that, showcase fight that the hardcore fight will watch anyway, and then just move on to something better from a sporting standpoint. But they're looking at opponents that will just drive casual subscribers. People have got nothing to do. Either like UFC people, if it's Masvidal and Khabib, like so crossover fights and all that. That's what they're looking at as a strategy for the future, I believe. Or people that are looking at crazy spectacle like Canelo versus Oscar. Are you telling me that casual ones just tune into that, or people that they used to love Oscar, and so I think that's what they're looking at, right? For them, premium is purely from a business standpoint. How many subscribers are we getting for those guys?
And they're not getting. They should have offered Canelo the opportunity to fight Oscar for the 17-5. I bet you he'd have took it to knock out Oscar ass.
Yeah. But whether Oscar will take it, that's a different conversation.
Oscar right? Gotta take it. Look at the situation he's in for not doing it.
Bro, what do you mean he gotta take it?
Yeah, but I mean, that's Canelo, that's the only reason for them to really talk about premium opponent. You can't talk about like sporting from a sporting point of view. A lot of people that just say, "Oh man, that makes no sense." Of course, it makes no sense. But look at what like Conor versus Floyd did. Those like Floyd versus Tension, like all those kind of spectacle fights, or even like the YouTubers. That's what DAZN is looking at. They're looking at crossover fights. They're looking at spectacle fights that will just like increase their subscriber base and just reach out to a different type of audience.
Canelo ain't no circus,
then sell them
man.
Different things after, right? So.
Canelo ain't no circus. They want a circus. They need to go hire a clown. This guy's a fighter.
Yeah, of course, but that I think that's why they put their point across. Sorry, Steve, I just cut you off. Like so, go ahead.
One thing to say. Hey, shout out to Mitty, man, because I sent that to you via friends and family, because I'm not downloading, you want Cash App, other people want to use Venmo. I'm not downloading 3, 4, 5 different apps. I got PayPal, and Mitty's the one that told me if you send it via friends and family, then you don't get taxed on that.
Yeah. There's no fee.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So shout out to Mitty. He helped me out on that. And that's all I got.
Tell them, Steve. People think that we don't talk,
They part of the committee now. They're in the brotherhood together. Let's see. Did we ever get to King Amin?
Yeah, I think he was the first caller, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. And we went to Stonebone, right, on his boomerang. We are done, fellas. We are done. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Mitty, Mario.
At Mario Munguia on Twitter. At Mario Munguia on Instagram. Had a great show with y'all. Can't wait to see everybody in the morning. Peace.
Yeah, like next, the only thing I'm gonna close out with, like, please send me the results of the polls tomorrow morning when the poll closes. And for everyone, last reminder:
this is me hiding.
Just get in there, in Patreon. get on Patreon if you haven't already done so. You have probably just over 2 hours left.
Yes,
to put
listen.
Polls in, like,
if you haven't made your votes in 2 hours or paid your pro league fee, you ain't in the pro league B. All right.
All right, and you can catch me again on Sunday. So, peace.
Peace, fellas.
Peace.